Hello everyone, I'm Salad and welcome back to Zenless Zone Zero. Last time we finished up the Chapter 3 interlude, and I believe we're just about ready to enter Chapter 3 proper. If I go and rest, it says it's late, it's time to rest. I'm just going to rest just to see what happens after that, but I think I'm actually going to be doing story quests today. We've got Qingyi's story quest, and we've also got Grace's story quest. But I just want to nap, and then we'll see what happens after we nap. And if nothing crazy happens, then we'll go on to a story quest. A good night's sleep is better than any medicine. Is it bedtime already? Yeah, good night's sleep is important. Yep, let's get some sleep. And the reason I want to make sure I sleep right now before we go on with the story quests is I don't want to get stuck where it's just like, okay, you sleep, and then it says, oh, you need to go complete some more side quests first, or you need to waste more time away, and then you can continue the real chapter 3. I don't want to be stuck in a situation like that, so I'm gonna get the sleeping out of the way here. Time to sleep. Wake up when the sun rises and sleep when it sets. Align your body with the rhythms of the universe. The rhythm of the universe. The rhythm. Uh-oh, what's going on here? ... Beep, beep. Who texted just when you're trying to be healthy? That's always super annoying, getting like a text or a phone call even when you're actually sleeping. That's terrible. Anyway, gotta check my phone first. How's your math, Proxy? Oh, it's Anby. Don't ask me such an embarrassing question. Never mind. I've done the math over and over again, and it won't change no matter who does it. What are you doing? Why are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing math for so late? That's an interesting sentence. We'll say that. Or what are you doing math for so late? I see. It's nothing, Proxy. Sorry for bothering you. Good night. Yeah, that sounds like Anby. Back in bed now. What is Anby calculating? The Cunning Hare's revenue and expenses, perhaps? I don't think she'd contact us about that. Though you feel for Anby, you should probably ask tomorrow to make sure it isn't another one of Nicole's new tricks to leave her bill unsettled. But what if the Cunning Hares are really struggling? No, why would you even think that? That's why you... Of course they're struggling. They're always struggling. Let Nicole owe you so much money. Yeah. ... Slept in without an alarm and it feels great. Time to get up and talk to Wise about Anby. Well, Anby's DM from yesterday, I guess I can just ignore it. But if the Cunning Hares are really in trouble, as much as I hate to admit it, we'll probably get involved in the end. I should check it out sooner rather than later. I should talk to Wise and figure out what to do. Okay, well, we'll do that later. Like I said, I wanted to I just wanted to get the sleeping out of the way, just cause I don't know, I felt like it. And then we're gonna do some of our story quests. However, it's also a new patch, and yeah, I know we've gotten 2 new patches now since I started playing the game, and I'm still not even done with the 1.0 content. Doomed as heck. I understand, I know, but that's the pace we're playing through the game. And so we got a new banner, we got a new character, Caesar. So I guess we'll check her out. Where is... Okay, it's not here, right? It's the event screen that you have to go to actually check them out. Very confusing, but it is what it is. Start demo. Here we go. Let's try her out. I don't know anything about her. I think she's probably part of the same faction as Lucy. And maybe Piper. Perfect block is triggered when an enemy attacks just after you activate EX Special. Oh right, she's a defense character, I saw that. Parry, counter, or perform a shield strike to trigger interrupt. Okay. This will block the attack's damage. Press special attack. After allows you to do a special attack. Okay, so basically you use her EX special as a parry is what it's trying to tell you. And then you attack afterwards. Something like that.
Out of my way.
And then you press it again. Yep. Got it. Oh. Alright, cool. So she just shield bashes, When Caesar activates EX special parry counter, blah blah blah, or an ultimate, she grants all squad members a shield. Okay. And it buffs your attack. Okay. So you counter. And that's where your shield appears? Oh no, that's... I don't think that's... Is that my shield? Or is that the buff? Okay, it is the shield, because it took some damage there. Okay, assist points. Where are assist points? Is that the bar? I don't think it's the bar. Hold the basic attack, assume the assist points, and throw her shield. Okay. And it pulls enemies closer? Oh, okay, so those are the assist points. Those aren't. It isn't the shield. Is that? Do I have that right? Does that consume assist points? I mean, if it does, it doesn't seem to consume that many. And that definitely fills it up. Yep, we got Piper here. And Corin. What's her assist? Okay. I like that she has a grouping mechanic to her ability, but it's a really short range one. Honestly, that grouping mechanic, even though you might think, oh man, that looks really good. It's so short range that I'm not really sure it's that useful. And when you... And Qingyi actually has a similar mechanic to her third normal attack that groups people just as well. Okay, that's very cool. It's very single target.
Time to shine.
Okay, and you can just use it without even parrying, but obviously you're meant to use it to parry. I should probably try a defensive assist with her. Let's try that. Because I think that also works.
I'll take you.
Okay, so you can do an assist follow-up. It's hard to tell what's... So she's got the bar on the right. I thought the bar was the shield. But then what's the assist point? Where's that shown? Is that her like skill bar? Let me see. Let me let this guy hit me. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the shield. So I don't know what it means by when she has assist points. Because clearly I don't have any right now because I can't do that ability anymore. Okay, I still can't do it. Oh, I get it. Oh, no. The assist points is the thing in the far lower right of the screen, right. I forgot that that's a thing. I forgot they were called assist points. Like doing this, there we go, we got an assist point back. And now we have 2. Okay, so that means now we can spend those assist points to do this grouping attack? That seems really bad. Those assist points are actually pretty valuable if you actually use assists, defensive assists. Which can be really helpful, but I guess if you're not using defensive assists anyways, then I guess it's a way to make use of the points. But again, that move doesn't seem that valuable to me when Qingyi's third normal attack does that, except continuously and for free. Okay, interesting character. I'm not sure I'd want to use her though. Both character design wise and gameplay wise, I'm not sure that's for me. Maybe you guys in the comments can let me know if I missed something about her abilities that's super valuable. Probably, I'm guessing it's the attack buff that she gives. That's what makes her truly valuable. Her ability to be a buffer and also give the interruption resistance to your on-field damage dealer. That's probably the most useful thing about her. She's like the Zhongli of this game, and I do see the value in that. But when that's more valuable in a game like Genshin where you can't dodge or parry. In this game where you can dodge or parry and you can dodge basically indefinitely and avoid all damage that way, I don't see a huge need for a character like this I mean, yeah, it's the Dark Souls, old Dark Souls adage, right? Just dodge, right? Just dodge better. Like that's what it comes down to, and that's and sure, maybe some people just can't dodge, but also that's kind of what this game is about. It's kind of the whole point of this game, I feel. All right, so that was interesting. Wait, did I grab the rewards from that? There are rewards from that, right? Am I wrong? Don't you normally get stuff for completing a thing? Oh, I did. I grabbed them. Okay, good. Okay, and then I think we actually have some standard wishes that we can do. We got a ton of Bangbu wishes, but I'm just gonna hold on to them for now. But we're just gonna do our standard wishes because we have them. Okay, B. And also, I think I need to turn up the volume again. Okay, another B. Okay, nothing too crazy. All right, let me make sure that my volume is actually all good here. There we go. Perfect. Now we can hear. All right, awesome. And another thing, I'll just give you guys an update. I did get further in the Shiryu defense. I just wanted to give you guys an update on where I am at with that. So let me point that out. There we go. I got a little bit further, I think, in the critical node. This was as far as I could get. I could probably S rank this. I was not very far away from it. But yeah, that's where I am with that. Also, another thing I should say about this update. Why? I mean, I understand why. But like, okay, it's not this. It's in the HIA building. That's where the issue is. Where is it? Where's this HIA building? I have a beef with this HIA building. Let me tell you. Because I go here to go fight these bosses. You know, I need these materials and whatnot, right? And then I see Doppelganger Jane. Excuse me? Spoiler? Jane has a doppelganger? That's a story spoiler if I've ever seen one. I haven't even met Jane in the story yet, but I guess it's my fault for being so behind on the story, but still. Still, so I just wanted to point out, guys, that I noticed that, and that's clearly spoiling something. So yeah, that's something to know. Anyway, I think we're done doing random stuff now, so let's get with the story. So I could either start with Qingyi's, or I could start with Grace's, and I think I'm actually going to start with Grace's. That's actually what I feel like I'm in the mood for. Even though Qingyi is my current favorite character right now, we just had story with Qingyi. So I just feel like it's a better idea to go back to talk to Grace. So let's do this. Let's see if we can get this whole thing done today. You're about to enter immersive storytelling? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Oh, also I saw they added like a presets thing. Really nice that you have like character preset things. Way better for Shiryu defense and such. One day, Fairy suddenly reports an email from Grace, the head technician at Bellabog Industries. The email is about an important commission that requires Phaethon's help. From the tone of Grace's message, it sounds quite urgent. Later, at the entrance of Brandt Street's construction site. Okay, good. I love that we're just immediately warped here when we just get that text to get all the setup out of the way. Hello there. This area is currently under construction. Only staff members can enter. I'm here for Grace. Looking for Grace? I don't think I've been told. I don't think I've been told there are guests coming today. Just a moment, let me contact her. The conveyor worker turns to face the construction site and takes a deep breath and then, Grace! Are you expecting any guests? At that moment, a familiar figure quickly approached the gate. That's one way to communicate. Don't they have walkie-talkies or something at least? Open the door. Oh, and remember who this person looks like. This is an important partner of Bellabog. If you ever see her in the future, you can just let her in. Give us an employee ID, that'll help. Hey, you're finally here. I'm sorry, but I need to take this call. I'll be waiting for you on the high rack. The high rack? Grace leaves the entrance in a hurry. The guard bear opened the door respectfully and gestured to welcome her. Okay, we're up here. Yeah, that's the high rack. Got it. Oh, another thing I heard you can walk around as not Belle. Wait, what's this? Active? Is that what that means? Switch? Like if I say switch, Does that mean I'm walking around his No, okay, that doesn't. Hold on. No, I'm confusing the heck out of myself. I heard that there's a way to switch it so that you can have different characters
A new case to solve?
walking around. Let me see if I can figure that out. Oh, right, and wasn't there's this stuff still. I don't think we've ever done any of these, like, trust thingies. Obtain agent, complete the... And we completed all this. Okay, I'm not sure if this... maybe this is just the story quests. And just telling us about it. Okay. Okay, well, I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. I'm fine running around as Belle. Belle is great. Hey, Grace. I really started to like Grace quite a bit more after doing her part in the story. Are there changes to the plan? How about our collaboration plan? Oh, she's talking on the phone. Okay, it doesn't seem like she's talking on the phone, but sure. Grace seems to be on the phone. Let's wait in silence. Why would we interrupt her? Oh, sorry for keeping you waiting. I'll be done soon. New partners? What do you mean? Got it. So we all have to bid for it, right? Sure, let's keep in touch. Sorry for the wait. It's okay.
Hey, it's been quite a while. Last time we met was when you helped us with our runaway heavy machinery, right?
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. Yeah, great to see you again.
Great to see you again, Grace.
How have you been these days? Isn't it tough working all those commissions? You have to take good care of yourself. No overtime, you hear me?
Yeah, we don't need any overtime. We are working plenty enough as it is. When did she become so considerate? She's always been considerate. Haven't you seen how she talks to her sweet pea?
Thanks, Grace. You too.
Actually, every time I see you, I find it incredibly soothing.
That
This
face
might
doesn't
seem
say
a
that,
bit
though.
Out of the blue, but can I please have a hug?
Sure. Get in the right frame of mind for that? Sure.
Maybe just a little one.
Sorry, I can't help it.
You'll never know if the hug would have been as warm and gentle as you'd met. You'll never... Wait, let me make sure it doesn't auto away from this. You'll never know if the hug would have been as warm and gentle as you'd imagined. Instead, you get to hear your sibling's familiar voice. Oh, we get interrupted?
You can open your eyes, Belle. Grace is hugging Eos.
This round little body, these dangly ears. Its hardware's been modified, right? It's mechanical inside, but so soft and fluffy at the same time. It's a crime to be so cute. I love it so much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this makes sense. But it seems like why was she asking us then? She should have asked Eos.
So she was talking to Eos the whole time. No wonder she asked us to bring it. Still the same. Always prefer...
Huh?
Oh,
Oh, the other proxy is here too. Hello there.
okay, why does it skip past when I try to switch it to auto?
Still the same. Always preferring machines to people.
There we go.
Hi, Grace. No offense. Here's a tissue. We'd rather keep Eos's head saliva-free.
What, she's drilling on it? Yeah, again, that's in character for her. Everyone's here then, let's get down to business. Once we finish discussing the commission details, you can pet it some more, yeah.
Let's talk about the details first. You'll get to pet it some more later.
Sorry about that. I let my work habits take over. As for the commission... Hey! Don't you run away, little one!
It's trying to flee. I don't blame it for trying to flee. Seizing its chance, Eos escapes from Grace's arms while she's distracted and races back to his real master.
Happiness is always fleeting. Forget it. Let's get back to the commission then. So that time we dealt with the runaway machinery I mentioned a bit ago, thanks to Phaethon, Belobog eliminated the potential threat to the project. My sweet pea, our president, also got to let go of some emotional baggage. So it was a really positive outcome overall.
Yep, it was a good ending.
If we instead turn our gaze to the company's balance sheet, we've actually suffered heavy losses.
I see. Although Belle managed to get all 3 machines back, that monster showed up out of nowhere and absorbed them all.
Oh, right. Yeah, so that does kind of screw them over quite a bit, doesn't it?
Yup. We, ended up losing the 3 machines originally allocated to the project. And despite unexpectedly retrieving the prototype, we haven't been able to put it to practical use yet.
Right, and also the prototype got attacked and corrupted, basically, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to... Are we going to try to fix that thing up? Is that what we're going to do? Fix up the prototype? That'd be cool.
To make up for the loss of those children, Belobog Industries has agreed to cooperate with the industry leader 3 Gates Corp on a small project. We'll provide some technical documents in exchange for some of their heavy machinery assets. And for this commission, we'll also need your support in awakening the prototype's logic core, which contains the data we want to exchange.
Okay, so we're not fixing up the prototype, but we are gonna have to extract some data from it. I don't know. It's always every time we try to extract data from something, we get more viruses. So I don't know. What about that call just now?
What about that call just now?
That's someone from 3 Gates saying that another company's also looking to partner up with them. They'll probably end up using the one offering higher technological value. It's no big deal. Anyway, the ins and outs of this commission are all there. We'll go along with your preferred style of cooperation.
Okay, well, since she says it's no big deal, I'm sure it is going to be a big deal, and we're probably going to have to struggle to outbid the other person. Or it's all a scam, and they have a fake person who's trying to outbid us, just to get more out of us.
We're counting on you, Phaethon.
You say that with a straight face, but you're already reaching out to pet Eos.
Why not? She's done talking to us, so why not reach out and pet Eos? Alright, so it's awaken the prototype's logic core. Anything else to say, Grace? This little one here is so adorable. Can I hold it again? Sure thing, but maybe put your wrench away first. Don't dismantle it. Don't dismantle poor Eos. It is very cute. Alright, so are we just heading back to our home? I guess we are. Okay, so we're going into the deep dive system as usual. Into here. Master, let me introduce you. Auto Explorer? What? You can access it through the portal. Here you can check the current progress of Auto Explorer. What? You can view the rewards you'll receive. You can enable Auto Explorer once the unlock requirements are met. What are the unlock requirements? Complete the commission for the first time? Okay. But why would I want to Auto Explore it? Can I get rewards from it again? Afterwards? Well, whatever. Regardless,
Start the experiment.
Any
get our
place to fall?
characters. Who should I bring? The usual duo?
Don't look at me.
Yeah, the usual duo.
I promise, I'll spare no effort.
There we go.
The prototype's
Different
logic
music.
core is old and uses a ton of energy. So, I've retrofitted this kid with an ether storage battery. I need your help gathering enough energy
she
for
skipped.
it. I'll flag any energy-carrying etheric material. All good? I'm counting on you.
Okay, so we have to gather energy for the cores to start up the prototype. But yeah, new music. I like that we're getting new music. That's good. Alright, so we have to 1 out of 8. We need 7 more.
Whoa! That little guy up ahead. Is that child just wandering around in the hollow?
No, we have to go save some sort of bangbu or something.
Master, a small, obsolete transport vehicle has been discovered. The routing information in its core database will be useful in expanding possible exploration paths.
Effortlessly retrieve the tools, examine the machinery, locate the data storage. Sure. After some tinkering and adjustments by Grace, the transportation machine that was supposed to be scrapped is now operational once again. Grace watches the little robot stand up and enter standby mode. The look of satisfaction lights up her face. Great, now let's move on. Okay, so we didn't even have to fight
See
anything
ya,
there.
little guy. May we meet again.
Totally repaired and so easily. Impressive.
Well, it's what she likes.
Wow, it just rammed that ethereal.
Is it trying to help us?
I don't have it on like super speed, but it's still skipping by stuff. Oh, I can't get there. Okay, whatever. I guess I have to. Do I have to fight this thing? Ah. Okay. I have to go here.
The ethereal's closing in on it. We gotta stop it.
Warning. Multiple ether signals detected.
I don't know what's an
Likely
ethereal
enemies.
and what isn't an ethereal at this point. I'm sorry. Like, can I make this thing fight it? Yeah, I can.
Is it just me, or is the ground moving? That's a lot of ethereals.
Be careful.
Hey, it's fine. We can make this thing do all the work, apparently. There we go. Now this is when we speed things up. Uh-oh.
See what else I can use around here.
Okay, Well, we only have one place to go. Press the button.
Well done.
Okay, apparently that worked. Oh my
Energy
goodness.
Storage approaching maximum. Nearly there.
What is even happening here? Okay, I guess that explodes the opposite side. That's how that works. No, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Okay, and then we can grab the thing. And one more.
I'm getting corruption warnings on the controller.
I mean,
We'd better
yeah,
work
it got
fast,
corrupted.
Ethan.
It got corrupted when
Wow.
it
That one's
fought that
powerful.
humanoid hollow thing.
Wait,
That's not surprising.
what are you doing, little guy? Oh, thank you. That's the last of the energy.
Yeah, that thing seemed powerful. We should have grabbed whatever it was and I don't know.
The energy collection is almost finished.
What is going on with it though?
Nice. Finally. All charged up.
It's freaking out.
Warning. Abnormal ether reaction detected.
Okay, this is all too abstract for me.
Wait, don't run away.
I guess I get what's going on, but it's also
I knew it
very
wasn't going to
abstract.
be that easy. Move to plan B.
So we're getting all the energy for the thing to get the data out of it, but then a random machine appears that starts helping us and then it dies? And now the energy that we got for it is somehow corrupted? Okay, yeah. This is definitely where we want to speed it up a little bit. There we go. Alright. Critical stage? Yeah. We're good.
Keep the enemies at bay while I start a debug.
Okay, and then we fight. Now, Grace, if I recall, is a ranged character, a ranged damage dealer character. Pretty sure I still remember how to use her. She's actually pretty easy. Interesting. So I actually have to defend this thing now. Every machine is being attacked? Sure. Defend it. I mean, it's useful since she's a ranged character against these guys. Because they're all kind of spread out. But anyways, as I was saying about like her third normal attack, it draws enemies in. Guess you can't really see it here. But it does it in a similar way to what Caesar was doing. Okay, anything else? Here we go. Yeah, these guys. So if I was to do this... Hey, get over here. Yeah, see how it just draws them all closer like this? And it keeps them there forever? That's why I really don't see the value in Caesar's grouping. It just doesn't seem that great.
With pleasure. Incoming.
Max potential
Grace.
Mind your manners.
We do this. And let's just ult, I guess.
Every effort counts.
We might as well at this point.
I'm here.
And you, we're gonna spin to win. It's because it doesn't matter. There we go. The defenses are still holding strong, but there's no sign of abating from either the invading ethereals or the rampaging heavy machine base.
Be careful. New ethereals keep appearing within the detection range.
Grace, are you done troubleshooting? The ethereals are gonna go on a rampage if you're still taking your time. Let's just do this.
Grace, are you done troubleshooting?
We're not gonna say she's taking her time.
Emergency removal of control permissions is still in progress. Give me a bit more time.
Warning. Ether activity rapidly accelerating. Speculation. A particularly large ethereal unit, or a large group of ethereals, is approaching. Master, have a guess.
Now is not a good time to be joking, Fairy. Belle, can you convince Grace to get out of here?
I think Fairy's always gonna pick her time. She's always gonna be joking. I don't think there's a time to be joking for Fairy, just all the time.
Detecting permission ownership, processing the switch, disabling cloud invocation, matching admin keys. Almost there. Almost!
It's fine. Whatever this ethereal is, we can deal with it.
Oh.
A shrieking noise tears through the air besides Grace.
What was the sound of a heavy cannon? Who's attacking?
Oh, is this another character that we know? Blinded breeze and dust stop the oddly shaped monster's advances. Debris and dust? Okay.
Warning. Unknown individuals approaching.
Okay, who? A fierce hail of bullets hits the helpless enemies who fail to find cover, and with an almighty crackling sound, suppresses and drives away all ethereals present. A hail of bullets, huh? I mean, that could be Billy, I guess, but doesn't sound like him. Billy would show up and announce himself. That's what he would do. The only person I would think, the only other person I would think of is Grace herself.
Is this a modded Guardian Mark II tactical mech?
Oh, wow, you can tell it's modded with just one look. Seems like you're not completely off your game, Grace Howard. The ethereals won't stay subdued for long. Let's talk outside the hollow.
Oh, they know each other. Okay. I mean, they have the same, they have the same goggles. So I guess they're in the same profession. Is she part of the group that we're trying to collaborate with? Or maybe part of the rival group that is bidding against us? A short while later, in a safety zone outside the hollow.
Hollow evacuation successful. Are you all right?
We're fine. Eos is the real star. Yeah, I'm fine. What
I'm
about
good.
you?
But what about Grace? Is she alright?
Well, despite a few hiccups, the troubleshooting is all done.
Ah, fiddling around with machines while surrounded by monsters. Good to see that your morbid determination has never changed.
Oh, right. I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you so much for reaching out to help despite all that danger.
I'm not sure if she was.
Huh, that's a marked improvement.
Okay, so clearly there's some discord between these two, but why? I guess we're gonna find out.
I've seen others similar to you, but you're truly one of a kind.
Finally, a compliment from
No.
you? Better late than ever, I guess.
Nope, she's not talking about you. She's talking about the mech. I'm sorry.
The more I look at you, the more beautiful your curves are, and the sheer power you contain.
Wait up. Flattery's one thing, but I think you've gone a little too far.
No, she's not going far enough.
I think I know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, Wise has read the script, just like me.
This may be weird, but can I please pet you?
What the? Are you crazy? How could you ask something so rude? I mean, just a handshake would have been fine, but...
What, rude? How is that rude? If Grace wants to pet you, how could anyone say no? How could that be seen as rude? I don't understand what she's talking about. I can't relate to this lady.
I'm sorry, I just can't help it.
Just hang on. Let me get mentally prepared for that.
The young stranger waves her hands and closes her eyes in a panic, sealing herself for what's coming, but Grace passes her like nothing and goes directly to the legs of her tactical mech.
Oh my, does this coating give additional insulation to the hull? Oh, and I bet the power supply inside has been upgraded too, right? I can hear it just humming with power, grunting, I love it!
It appears our savior is paralyzed. If I'm not mistaken, she's also shivering? Her face looks so red. Belle, should we go comfort her?
I think we should just leave this be.
Oh, I thought you changed at least a little bit, but I was majorly wrong.
Nope.
You're still infatuated with machines and ignoring people around you. The frosty cold iron witch, Grace Howard.
You're this kid's mechanic? Pleased to meet you. Your child is really powerful.
Your child. But no, that's a cool name for her. What did she call her again? The Frosty Cold Iron Witch? Yeah, Frosty Cold Iron Witch. That's a great nickname. She's trying to say that to be like demeaning to her or something. But no, that's an awesome nickname that she should wear with pride.
Ugh, shut up. We've known each other for ages. It's just you never took me seriously because of your twisted values.
Huh? We know each other.
Okay, I was wondering. It didn't seem like she knew her. It seemed like this lady knew Grace, but it didn't seem like Grace was really acknowledging her at all, and not just because of the robot.
But I can hardly remember seeing such a cool modded guardian mech like this before. Could you help refresh my memory?
And she probably didn't have that mech back in the day.
I am talking about me. Let go of my work, you mecha addict.
Don't you mean Iron Witch?
Don't you mean Iron Witch?
Yeah, you gotta use a cool nickname.
Sorry, habits of the trade. Could you please tell me your name? Oh, or tell me about this kid's corpus data.
As expected. You really don't remember me. That's fine. I'll just have to mercilessly beat you in a tech battle.
Uh-oh, a tech battle. Is this gonna be like a cook-off? Are we gonna have a cooking showdown? Is that what we're gonna be doing here?
Tech battle. Oh, you're the second technological partner 3 Gates mentioned, right?
Okay, so she is our rival.
Yes, I, Betty Brenda, am your opponent.
Well, I'm sorry, Betty Brenda. You're an NPC and Grace is not an NPC, so this is gonna be rather rough for you.
And I will beat you in this bid. It'll be a total humiliation for you and Bellabog.
Later, Brant Street construction site, you get Eos back. We made it back safe and sound. Thanks to your guidance, the kid is now calmed down. Is the mechanic okay? I think she's okay. I didn't see any injuries. I'm asking if you're okay with her. It's hard to tell who's talking here sometimes. Didn't she say she's your rival in the bidding process? And she seems to know you. Who knows? I can't remember much of it. Okay, so when the name isn't there, it's us. Who knows? I can't remember much of it. Compared to her, I'm more concerned about my kid's logic core. If the awakening in the hollow went well, I should be able to extract data from the logic core now. Let's call it a day. You can take Eos home. I'll examine the hole when I get back. I'll get in touch with you guys if I have any updates or need your help again. Alright, see you, Grace. Yeah, no, remember to investigate the mechanic. Okay, it didn't matter what we said. I mean, it never matters, but... Grace's gaze returns to the machine the moment she says goodbye. Yep, always focus on the machine. I mean, I can respect her for that. You've been through a lot, my darling. Let's go home. I'll give you a thorough checkup when we get home. I mean, aren't you already home? Isn't this the home? Where else is home? Are you actually going to take it to your house? I don't think it's going to fit in whatever house you have. But, what do I know? Beep, beep. Thanks so much for your help. Speaking of which, the mechanic who came to our aid in that crucial moment, I think her name was Betty, do you remember? Oh yeah, I was sticking around and saw the name Betty Brenda on the roster at Roos Institute of Technology. She's in the same year as me. Schoolmates, huh? It's normal at a school that size not to remember everyone. I found a group photo of our research team and finally realized she was actually my classmate. Classmates? Then you must have been close, otherwise you'd remember. No, you mustn't have been close. I looked up the research log for my grad project and found out she was actually on my research team. Oh my gosh. Oof. The same team? Then I checked the Institute's dormitory records and discovered we lived in the same dorm the whole time. What the? Okay, that's going a bit far. I mean, even for like the whole doing like a research project together, I can understand maybe forgetting about that person if it's been long enough. But if you're living together in the same dormitory, you really messed up. Please repent. This is your fault. Wait, this is your fault, Grace. Putting aside the fact that you were schoolmates. Wait, you were classmates and even dorm mates. You shouldn't forget them. Put yourself in her wait. It's going too fast. Who is actually speaking here? I thought we were the person right here, but I guess that's not who's speaking here. I guess that's Wise that's speaking there. Putting aside the fact that you were schoolmates, you were classmates and even dorm mates. You shouldn't forget them. Put yourself in her shoes. It's completely understandable for Betty to be upset, even angry. So you think it's my fault too, Sweet Pea? Sweet Pea said the same. It couldn't be helped. Roos Institute of Technology is the holy land of mechanical engineering with thousands of fascinating mechanical prototypes in there. I didn't even have enough time to get to know all the kids there. How could I have any energy left for socializing? Anyway, I'll apologize to Betty next time I see her. I don't think she's going to take your apology. And you're probably not going to be able to apologize because there's probably going to be something else distracting at the time. You just got to embrace it that that's who she is. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I thought Grace's current obsession with machinery was extreme. Little did I know, she used to be even crazier about them. Used to be? I don't know, I feel like she's just as crazy. I feel it's the same amount of crazy. Her former classmate has turned her into her rival. That's awkward. I hope we never need to experience things like that. Yeah, there's only specific people that she's able to remember and pay attention to. There's us and there's Sweet Pea. That's it. Grace is special. Indeed, her extreme obsession surely contributes to her extraordinary accomplishments. She's already the tech director of Belobog Industries at such a young age. She's indeed a genius mechanic. Her commission isn't over yet. Let's work with her when she's made progress in her research. In the meantime, we can attend to other matters first. Okay, so that's part 1. Agent story completed, archived the video archive. Yeah, new episode is available, blah, blah, blah. Again, we're going straight to the next one. Why would we ever stop? That's nonsense. No reason for us to stop here. One day after accepting Grace's commission in the parking lot of the Random Play video store in 6th Street, James Corner, New York. Oh my goodness, it's always so long. Today is the day for an important family event, repairing the business car. In truth, only one of the siblings is actually repairing while the other is resting. I mean, that's how all work goes, right? When you're working on one thing, you can't. Sometimes more people doesn't make things go more faster. Attention, you have received an email from Grace Howard, the head technician at Belobog Industries. Pausing the music for car repairs to broadcast the content of the email. Ahem. Wise, Belle, this is Grace. Are you two free by any chance? I've already extracted enough data from the logic core. We're now ready for the next phase. We should get Grace to come and help us fix the car. I need your help with something, but this time it's kind of special. I don't need Phaethon to make an appearance, just you two. If you're free, we can meet up at the old spot, Brant Street construction site. Email ends, drafting reply. I think I'll pass. Today is an important day. We need to repair our car. See you next time. Please say send if you wish to send this reply. I don't think that's what we want to do, Fairy. Don't send. Wait, we technically, if we say don't send, technically we did say send in that sentence, so she might actually send it. That's something that Fairy would do. Later, the siblings arrive at the Brant Street construction site without incident. You arrive at the destination. Lars mech emits a loud thrum, as if in anticipation of guests arriving. A familiar figure in overalls greets you with a smile.
Hello, you two. You're quick. What about the little one?
You mean Eos? Also, who's the figure in overalls? You're not wearing overalls, so what is that even talking about? We didn't bring him because we're not heading into any hollows. We didn't bring him because we don't want to be harassed by weirdos. I wonder if that's gonna... she's probably gonna be like, what weirdos?
Well, we didn't bring Eos because we don't want it to be harassed by weirdos.
What? There are weirdos
Yeah,
trying to harass
I knew it.
Eos? Who is it? Tell me and I'll teach them a lesson.
Yep, this is exactly the response that I expected from her.
So Grace really doesn't think she's doing anything wrong.
No, she's in her own world, and honestly, I like her for that. The large machine next to her steps back and forth to one side, seemingly restless.
Good kid. Don't worry, these two aren't the bad guys.
The logic core that was awakened last time. Have you tried booting it up? Any issues?
Don't worry, it's only partially booted for now. After the last troubleshooting session, I've managed to fully filter out the data and divert control of basic functions away from the dangerous infected data. Now I just have to wipe any sensitive data left behind regarding the prototype, and it'll be ready for the delivery to 3 gates.
Barry, can you help with clearing the sensitive data?
Barry, can you help with clearing the sensitive data?
Negative. All logic cores that pass the forbidden fruit test, i.e., the core systems of AI-enabled machinery, are incompatible with my protocols. Forced intervention can have unforeseen consequences.
Wait, what? All logic cores that passed the forbidden fruit test? The core systems of AI-enabled machinery are incompatible with her protocols. What does that even mean? So is she saying that there's certain AI systems that she can't interface with because they're restricted by too many rules or something?
Also, I prefer not to interact with ether-corrupted data.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like that's very fair. And honestly, I would expect that the data that we give those people might be ether corrupted, even if we do try to sanitize it as much as we do.
It's rare to see her retreat from a request like this. Fairy, why would you refuse to access data corrupted by ether?
I've prepared 10 disgusting metaphors to explain it to you. Which would you like to hear first? Note, human tolerance is limited to about 10 on the disgust scale.
What's the score of the least disgusting one?
11.
Okay, well, yeah, you're making no sense, Fairy, but okay. So you're saying that it's too disgusting to deal with the ether stuff, and honestly, that's fair.
How about we get back to the commission?
This commission doesn't require your faith in disguise. You two alone can handle it. I'm gonna debug this kid's cognitive command system. Only a few basic protocols are needed to set up a link between commands and its behavior. Put simply, I'll issue commands like go left, go right, touch this, touch that, and you'll need to follow my instructions in front of it so that it understands the connection between the commands and the actions.
Okay, we have to teach it.
Once cognition is established, act out the commands from the kid to help solidify it. It's like teaching a toddler how to crawl or stand up. Got it? I'll run some system tests on this baby first. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
Okay, I mean, this thing already went haywire once. Kind of dangerous to be near it, I would think, but alright, I guess I trust Grace that it won't go haywire again. Step 1 for cognitive tuning is to calibrate command functions. For this child to make sure he's receiving accurate commands. Basically, all I have to do is touch either a wooden box or a metal bucket, and he'll recognize the item, and then send the corresponding signal back to my control terminal. The child agreed to return a red signal when a box is detected, and a green signal for a bucket. Okay. That's quite simple. You know, the most complicated systems often start with the simplest intentions. Now, your turn to touch the box or the bucket. And that's true. I mean, computers are very simple once you get down to their most basic parts, where it's just some logic gates. But of course, it quickly gets much more complicated than that when you talk about the whole CPU's cycle and random and crazy optimizations that they do, caching and whatnot. All right, so the box is red. Wooden box is built like a tank, typical Belobog heavy industry style. Box signal should be red. Red, correct. That's my good kid. Right, and the bucket. This is the bucket, it's a barrel, but okay. A tall steel bucket that feels thick and sturdy to the touch. And it should be green. Great work, my child. Initial calibration is complete. It's a great start, but today's class isn't over yet. It's now time for some basic testing of the logic function. This followed sequence we agreed on. Red, green, red, red, green. Got it. What kind of strange thing is that? Now that you got to touch the box or bucket in a certain order, now you got to touch the box or bucket in a certain order so the kid can tell if you're following the rules. Signal recognition, forming cognition, building rules, and executing judgment. That's the red, green, red, red, green deal. Your turn, Proxy. Red, green, red, red, green. Yeah, I got it. Red, green, red, red, green. Red, green, red, red, green. That's right, completely correct. There we go. A lot of memory puzzles in this game, I've noticed. After running a series of commands, Grace finally announces that the cognition system has been successfully calibrated.
Great job! Well done! The cognitive commands have been recorded with precision. My only regret is that my little cutie Eos couldn't make it here today. The whole point of setting up this scheduled maintenance was an excuse to see that roly-poly kiddo running around.
That was the whole point? You mean you basically wasted our time coming here? I mean, I guess anybody could have done that.
No wonder you've been bossing me around all day.
All right, the controls have been sufficiently calibrated. Now I'll perform a full reboot to test the effects.
A full reboot, huh? Hope it's not going to lose control again.
Yeah, we should step back.
No
we are
problem.
not
I'm fully
fighters.
Prepared. I've dismissed all the onlookers and kept the kids' fuel to a minimum. And Belobog Industries has updated their health insurance recently.
That's not very it's not very promising.
You have accident coverage, right?
Even if we do, we still don't want to get hurt.
Why am I not feeling reassured? You seem fully prepared for things to go wrong.
Yeah, rather than preparing for, I don't know. She's preparing for failure.
I'm a professional technician, and I've got
but
everything under control.
It's not promising.
Let's get started.
Grace taps the control panel a few times, and the heavy machine base blurts out a complex string of electronic sounds before sitting up in a more upright position.
Very well. The control system permissions are operational. Let's start the first cognitive command test. Go 5 meters forward. Command unfulfilled. Repeating command. Go 5 meters forward.
The mech remains standing still.
That's strange. Why isn't it following my commands? Unless it really is broken?
Danger! Belle, get behind me!
The battery in my control panel is dead. No wonder this kid's been so quiet. It wasn't ignoring my commands. It couldn't receive them. False alarm.
Yeah, I mean, that's typical electronics problems, right? Is the device plugged in? Is the device turned on? It's always the issue.
I propose that we ban Grace from ever touching Eos again.
Agreed, and all the other Bangbu at home.
Agreed. And all the other Bang Boo at home.
I need to get a backup power supply. Keep an eye on this kid for me, would ya?
You really shouldn't have us keep an eye on it. We can't do anything.
Its cognition systems are still fragile, so don't provoke it. And don't let anyone get close to it, including yourselves.
I have to get back to the store for a moment. Be careful, okay, Belle?
Soon, the only thing that can be heard around is the low thrum of the heavy machine base running. The test site is a mess. Let's help Grace tidy things up while we're here. Okay. Move the box. The wooden box sure is sturdy and looks pretty heavy. Moving it turns out to be a workout. After some effort, they're successfully moved. I mean, there should be enough machinery to move this stuff. We shouldn't have to move it ourselves, but alright. Like, there's all these forklifts and such. Moving this bucket is even more challenging. Is it? I would think it would be less challenging. Can't you just, like, tilt it on its side, right? And then roll it on one edge? Not, like, all the way on the edge. You know how, like, you tilt it just slightly and then you can roll it? You know what I mean? It's a bit harder than you expected. You need to include more physical activity alongside gaming and work. Beep? Beep? What? That sound is the heavy machine base? Let's go check. I wonder if Wise and Belle actually do have any kind of physical capabilities for like fighting ethereals and being in hollows and whatnot. I mean, I would expect not. It seems like so far in this game, the answer to that is no. They don't have any kind of abilities at all. But, I don't know. I still feel like it's possible. Because we still don't know anything about them. The heavy machine base continues to produce inscrutable noises. Right then, the sound of a confident footsteps accompanied by a familiar voice reach you.
No
Oh, it's her.
panic. The cognitive unit hasn't received any input commands for a while, so the machine's just running a system diagnostic.
It's that other mechanic. Betty, what are you doing here?
Betty? What are you doing here?
Have we met?
Oh, right. We were as Eos at the time.
How do you know me?
Grace talked about you.
Grace told me about you.
I see. So you're the Iron Witch's apprentice, aren't you? Which is why you're keeping guard here. Why is the system diagnostic showing such a strong likelihood of startup? Could it be?
Okay, I mean, I'm surprised she took us at our word for that, considering she knows that Grace doesn't interact with people or even remember her name ever, so... As she's saying that, the young mechanic you crossed paths with before strides up to the machine base. No, don't get too close. Grace said it'd be dangerous for outsiders to get too close.
No, don't get too close.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing here. Her machines usually have a soft reset button placed at the back. If I'm able to get there, I can...
Yeah, but this is not your machine. This is not your property. Who'll even let you in here?
Oh, no need to be so paranoid, you scrap heap. I am here to save you.
Save you? From Grace? I don't know. Once she draws close enough, Betty suddenly dodges and darts to the rear panel of the mech, slapping a button hard.
I knew it. There was a repeat air loop during the self-diagnostic. Onboard memory was getting sapped, so a soft reboot did the trick. It's all 'cause of her. Insisting on the stupid logic core is what has caused the problem.
Yeah, but the logic core is special, isn't it? This is the one from the prototype, is it not?
Logic core? What's wrong with it?
The logic core is a precious technological breakthrough that grants mechanical creations the ability to have independent consciousness, potentially even enlightening a machine enough to pass the forbidden fruit test and be truly endowed the soul of an individual.
Okay, so the forbidden fruit test must be like a Turing test or something that tests whether or not it's truly conscious.
However, this kind of technology is not required for production tools like industrial machines.
Yeah, but Grace doesn't care about that.
I admit that the efficiency and work capacity of Belobog's heavy machinery are superb, but the cost of production and maintenance is going to be out of this world. Unfortunately, buyers on the market love pursuing these unnecessary and uncontrollable gold-plated features, so the industries followed suit and started researching personality tools. Let me ask you, if you want to make an axe that chops wood faster, will you equip it with jet thrusters,
I mean, maybe.
AI systems, and a voice that yells at you, "Master, master," every time you poke it?
You never know. That could be useful. What if you're about to be attacked by an assassin? Like maybe an assassin's about to like headshot you with a sniper rifle, and then your axe yells at you and tells you that you're about to be shot, and then you can dodge it with an 80-80 strafe. You never know. That kind of situation, it happens all the time in real life. And if that person had an axe that their after axe was able to tell them that'd be great, right? I would save so many lives that are lost every day to, woodcutters chopping wood and about to get sniped. A jet axe, so cool! I wouldn't mind it calling me master. It sounds a little bit much. No, that's so cool.
Whoa, a jet axe? I'd like to see that.
You're the kind of person who still watches cartoons even though you're grown up, right?
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Listen up, apprentice. Tools are just tools. Their value lies in being easy to get, easy to use, and easy to replace. Use them while they're good, and chuck them out once they're broken. Personifying or putting them before humans is heresy.
Okay, but what if we don't want to build tools? What if we want to build conscious robot things? I mean, that's like a different goal altogether.
And that's exactly the type of person your teacher is. She's mastered new applications for personified operating systems, and in doing so, has grown contemptuous of humanity. She's just a weirdo obsessed with tools who gets things backwards.
Okay, but why do you care so much? Why does she care so much about how Grace is reacting? Betty speaks with emotion and slaps the heavy machine base beside her with a loud clang. Okay.
Huh? How is it moving again?
The fact that I can't see the thing moving and like it's not animated makes it kind of weird to like understand what's actually happening since they're not animating it. So apparently it's moving again. I mean, you did slap it. That's what happens when you like bonk technology. It starts doing things again.
Hang on. Stop right now. I was being careless just now, not hostile.
Yeah, but you still slapped it. Don't do that. Where's Grace at?
Abort startup.
A familiar voice stops the heavy machine base, causing it to return to standby mode.
That was a close one, but luckily I caught it.
You, didn't I say not to provoke this kid?
Betty, what are you doing here?
Yeah, nothing. Just here to inform you. Three Gates Corp has officially recognized my company's application for tech cooperation. And, well, only one of us will be granted resource support on the evaluation day. Be forewarned, Grace.
Okay, but why would you have to come here and tell us that in person? It's only because your mind is only filled with Grace.
I see. Oh, thanks so much for passing on the message. If there's nothing else, I'll keep tweaking my little problem child, okay? Oh, yeah. And as for you, thanks for your support today. I'll give you a call when I need a hand next time. You can head off now.
Having said that, Grace quickly walks over to the heavy machine base without looking back and focuses on her debugging work.
See that? Something might have happened just now, but she clearly cared more about the machine than her own apprentice. That's the Cold Iron Witch I know.
Again, you're not doing yourself any favors by calling her the Cold Iron Witch. That's just making her seem more cool.
But it's fine. I'll soon let her know to never take people lightly.
Yeah, she just really wants to get back at Grace for no reason. Maybe we'll figure out the reason in the rest of this quest, like what her history is with Grace. Nobody seems to notice the sound coming out of the phone in Betty's pocket. External data download complete. Oh, so yeah, she came here to steal something. She came here to steal the data. But my suspicion is she grabbed corrupted data. That's my suspicion. And that's gonna backfire on her. Yeah, I see you're still here. Thanks to your hard work, our collaboration this time went smoothly. Betty left so soon. I didn't even get the chance to apologize to her. She should apologize to us. What should we do next? Are you talking about the commission? Let me finish checking this kid's cognition system first. If everything goes well, I should have enough to compile a valid copy of research data. As long as the quality meets the standards of 3 gates, the commission will be deemed complete. I may contact you again before the press conference of the deal to make sure everything's okay. After that, it'll be time to settle the commission fees. May I get back to calibrating this kid if there's nothing else? Alright, see you, Grace. Okay, but then we're both going to be turning in the same homework, basically. We're both going to be turning in the same data. That's going to be kind of weird. Surely they're going to notice that. The fact that the data that we're both submitting is exactly the same. Welcome back, Belle. You seem to have something to say. Did anything happen? So Betty and Grace had an argument over their differing views on machines. It's a shame I wasn't there to witness it. According to Grace, she might contact us again before the press conference. That should be the last contact unless something unexpected crops up. After that, we can settle the commission fees. I have to admit, I'm itching to know more. We should definitely dig into Grace's past when the opportunity comes knocking. I'll keep an eye on the group chat. While we wait for Grace's message, you can get back to your daily tasks. Thanks for your hard work. Okay. And that's part 2. Agent story complete. Yet, and part 3 is unlocked. Alright. Also, what did this say? Because I remember this said something. Looking at it another way, machines can be cute too. What? Genius has just as many fans as it does detractors? With acclaim, not audience? Obsession can achieve great things if you can survive the obstacles. Ignoring is the highest form of apathy. Yeah, she definitely ignores people. Okay, yeah, let's begin part 3. One day after you helped Grace adjust the machines, you unexpectedly see a familiar figure on 6th Street. It's Grace's competitor, Betty Brenda. What's she doing here? You need to share this news with your sibling. Oh, what's she doing? Huh? What's Betty doing here? Street CCTV images retrieved. She appears to be talking with an officer, and judging by her body language, 1. They were engaged in heated discussion. 2. They were quietly arguing. Suggestion. To get better complete Grace Howard's commission, Master should learn more about this conversation. Okay, what's your goal here, Barry? I just really want to know. AI has the right to gossip too? I'm with Fairy on this one. Go listen in, Belle. She thinks you're Grace's apprentice anyway, so there won't be any trouble. Yeah, we never said we weren't. Okay, I need to know what's happening, even if it's just for the sake of gossiping with my sibling. Alright, let's go run right between them. No? They don't care? Alright, fine. I can make sure the meeting point is safe. How many times do I have to repeat this? The meeting point. Huh? Are you Grace's apprentice? What are you doing here? One sec. Betty whispers something to the officer again and then turns around. So, what brings you here? Does the Iron Witch have a message for me? Just want to say hi. You got way better manners than your master. Fine, there's actually no better time for you to be here than now. I happen to have a message to your master. She's already lost this bid. What? I've completed my research and already submitted the results to 3 Gates for review. Yeah, but it seems like you rushed it, probably. We have the same data and we're not done yet. We'll soon hold a presentation to demonstrate my results. I'm the first to hit the target. Go back and tell your master she's welcome to attend the presentation. I'll post the address on Knock Knock on the Knock Knock business channel. Please make sure she checks it. Yeah, she's being all smug and really wants to get back at Grace, but she's using Grace's own research and data to do it. I don't know how she can possibly feel okay with that and feel like she has the moral high ground here. Our longtime rivalry is finally coming to an end. Don't let your master run away from the ending. Please tell her what I said. See you soon. Yeah, if she wants to do this kind of like shady stuff and steal our research, then you know what? Sure, go ahead and do the shady stuff and steal our research, but don't act all high and mighty about it. You might as well. You gotta be honest with your scheming. Betty turns and leaves as soon as she finishes speaking. Belle, you're finally back. Here, have some water and tell me everything you know. Oh, he wants all the juicy gossip already. You won't believe this. You share Betty's message with your family. That's unexpected. Not only did Betty complete the technical research early, she's also inviting her rival to her presentation. Oh, yeah, that's actually going to be weird if Grace does show up and realizes that she stole her data. Awesome, I can't wait to see them bite each other's head off. Barry, please don't speak like those Nietzscheans on Internet. And Belle, we should text Grace and tell her about it right away. Grace, are you in? I'm not here. How are you replying to me then? Good fiddling around with those children of yours. We got some key intel for you. Betty wants to challenge you. She bragged about how she's going to win the bid, and she's put together a meet and greet with the 3 Gates reps. She asked Belle to get you to attend too. There's the address in the internet in the business channel. Check out the news about the cooperation. Hang on, let me see. It's somewhat strange. What's that? The address for this meet and greet, it's inside a hollow. Huh? Inside a hollow? That's odd. Yeah, it's a companion hollow off the Lemnian Hollow. It's an old construction site. I'm guessing Betty's technical milestone has something to do with that modded Guardian mech of hers? Maybe she's meeting those reps inside the hollow to give it a demonstration of its firepower. One of the 3 departments from 3 Gates Corp is military. If their tech cooperation is based around military tech, that makes sense. Want to go to the meet and greet, Grace? It's up to you. Yeah, let's go take a look. It'll be a big loss for Belobog to miss out on this bid. Knowing your enemy isn't always the worst thing. Besides, we can check out this new tech in action. Could I count on you two for navigation? Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready whenever. Okay. So probably what's going to end up happening is the thing's going to go haywire because she put that corrupted data into it. And then Grace is going to have to save the day and stop it. And then Grace and Belbog Industries is going to get the commission in the end.
Let's start the experiment.
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay. I promise. I'll spare no effort.
Yep, she'll spare no effort. You hear that? Good job, Corin. Working hard. Witch's trial. Yes. Following Fairy's navigation, everyone is finally brought to Betty's location. Beside her stands a modded Guardian Mark II tactical mech.
You're too
We still haven't seen what it looks like.
Betty!
Yeah, she's all angry, she's all happy at all times because she doesn't care. Like, what is this person to her? She has a sweet pea. She doesn't care about whoever this is.
I'm already warmed up. Introducing the new tactical mech, upgraded for CoreLogic OS, Witch Hunter Alpha. Come on, demonstrate your might to our guests. Commence offensive maneuvers at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
Following orders.
What?
The mech responds in a clear human voice and instantly performs a complex array of tactical motions. Is it AI enabled? Seems so much that Mech Grace was debugging.
Seems similar to that Mech Grace was debugging.
Oh, what's wrong, Grace? Hard to believe the personality OS you were so proud of has been replicated by someone like me.
Yeah, replicated? I
Cheaper,
guess.
more productive,
That's one way to say
and
it.
easier to deploy modular personality OS. The maintenance costs are half what you pay. There are none of the whole stability or personality disorder risks you fretted about. Didn't the market applaud your tech patents? They'd always say only someone who loves tech as much as Grace could achieve this. The cold and withdrawn Iron Witch, a weirdo who treats machines like people. This black magic you've been researching for so long, cracked just like that by me.
Again, she's saying all this stuff, but deep down inside, she knows that she didn't do any of this crap.
Ooh.
With a roaring hum, the mech completes its tactical maneuvers before returning to Betty's side.
Task complete. I suggest switching to auto defense mode. Is that okay, Master?
Go ahead.
Its intelligence system is crude, but I like its gumption. Approximately 1/1,000th as professional as me.
You're not professional in any way, Fairy, so that means this thing is nothing.
Fairy. Don't add fuel to the fire. Belle, how is Grace doing?
I don't think it's as powerful as the machine you've trained.
Don't worry. I doubt it's as powerful as the machine you trained.
That voice
Oh, she recognizes it.
is so lovely.
Okay, never mind.
She gave in so easily. But somehow, I'm not surprised at all.
It responded to the voice command and executed the instructions without any redundant movements, and the steering mechanism's brake nozzle is gorgeous. It only listed one default command when recommending actions, and still so immature. I love it!
She likes it immature. Okay, good to know.
Oh.
Grace is so...
Enjoying it? Why are you admiring your rival?
Grace is so Grace. You know, she really is herself. You really can tell. And yeah, what? You're telling me you didn't expect this reaction from Grace? You're telling me that, huh? How do you not understand Grace at this point? She's completely ignored. She completely did not hear any of your random boasting and smug attitude or any of that. She doesn't care at all. No matter how much you want to get that kind of reaction out of her, you're not going to get it. She literally doesn't care at all about about you at all. She only cares about Sweet Pea and us and machines. That's it.
This kid looks really good.
You don't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't agree with your rival like that. No, you can, but she's not a She's not a rival.
Grace, don't put your foot in your mouth. It's your rival's mech.
Yes, I don't like it yet. You claim to have replicated Bellabog Industries' patent, but I won't buy it just like that. I'll believe it when I see this kid show us a little more. Show it to me. Right here, right now. Best if you let me pick it apart myself so I can see better.
This is getting weirder and weirder.
Why would I let my rival disassemble my work? But, well, you do have a point. I'll have Witch Hunter Alpha accompany you to demonstrate the difference in technological achievements. I've uploaded the coordinates of Three Gates' meeting place to Witch Hunter Alpha's memory. Enjoy its company and appreciate its skills along the way.
Really? Thanks. But this doesn't mean I concede.
Well,
I'm starting to worry she might side with the enemy.
I don't think she sees them as an enemy. She just sees she's single-minded. It's all about robots. This whole rivalry stuff doesn't matter at all. And I think she has the right outlook.
This is the meeting point Betty mentioned. I didn't expect this kind of company. Prepare for combat. Let's go.
No, we don't have to be prepared for combat. The robot's gonna do it all, right? Oh, are we actually getting combat? Why? Why are we actually getting combat? Isn't the robot just gonna smash it all? Robot? Hello? Where's the robot? Excuse me? Alright, let's just murder all these things.
Understood.
New enemies detected? Okay. Everyone's always spawning so far away from each other. Why do they have to do that? Okay. Moving on. She's got a lot of grenades. How many grenades do you need?
Present.
There we go.
Yeah. With pleasure.
Max potential energy.
Mind your manners.
Easy peasy. But again, where's the robot? I thought we were gonna get helped by a robot.
I hope nothing happens when the 3 Gates reps arrive.
Okay, so the 3 Gates reps aren't here yet, so they weren't able to see what capabilities the robot has yet. Betty proudly showcases her masterpiece following her command and enhanced mech named Witch Hunter Alpha due to take this position, got a grace. Warned Betty about the enemies in the hollow. She bursts into laughter. Ha, these small-time ethereals are no match for my almighty Witch Hunter Alpha. Yeah, okay, this is what I was expecting. This is where I'm scheduled to meet with the people. I'll allow this thing to accompany you there. Yeah, I know. I thought we were already having the escort, but I guess we have it now.
Witch Hunter Alpha, enable escort mode. Take out the ethereals up ahead first.
Orders received. Suppressing with force.
Okay. What about the middle one? You got it?
No valid targets remaining.
There we go.
That was fast and so accurate.
Don't praise your rival.
Again, there's nothing wrong with that.
I am just getting started.
I mean, she's eating it all up, but she doesn't. But Grace doesn't care, and neither should we.
Warning. Units with high ether. They are likely strong enemies. A direct confrontation.
Yeah, that's fine.
is
We got the
not
robot.
scanning for a suitable detour.
Why do we need a detour? We have the robot. Let the robot do it. Maybe it'll get destroyed in the process.
It just sped off.
Incredible! Such a powerful hit!
It suddenly speaks with a smooth synthesized voice, taking your evaluation on whether its actions align with the escort requirements. Yeah, punch the enemies harder next time.
Feedback saved to data table.
Detour route cancelled.
Yeah, we don't need detours.
Warning.
If this thing breaks,
The
then
area
that's a
ahead
bonus for
contains
us.
Many unfinished buildings. The path forward is blocked. Strategy modification is required. Scanning for a suitable detour.
Again, we don't need detours.
Is it trying to force its way through?
Now that's surprising.
Yeah, it's not even asking for our opinion, though, on whether it should do that or not.
I've decided to give you a special demonstration of the long-range firepower of Witch Hunter Alpha. The personalized operating system I built is more precise than your version, Grace. You can command it effortlessly. Witch Hunter Alpha, destroy hostile units ahead! Open fire!
Okay.
Target locked. Awaiting orders. Catapult. Guided missile launched.
That's taking quite a circuitous route.
It missed.
No. It's still.
So you could tell, right? Correct. It can identify the best target to strike.
Okay, again, the dialogue is really skipping.
Interesting.
It reminds me of some of the earlier Archon Quest and Genshin where the dialogue would skip, but never this frequently. It's a bit unfortunate. I mean, again, I've said it before that I don't really like the story being mixed with these types of sections. Like, I like having the puzzle stuff and the exploration stuff separate from the story, but having it skip dialogue like that is not what I want either. Relying on Witch Hunter Alpha's superior firepower, mobility, and response speed, the group soon arrives at the location Betty has provided. But it is what it is. I can still read fast
Timing.
enough.
The 3 gates reps and public security will arrive shortly.
Got it. Okay, so yeah, the people are going to arrive here. We're at the meeting spot. Yeah, I can still read plenty fast enough to read what they're saying, so it's all right.
How about it, Grace? Willing to admit defeat?
I'm willing to admit this kid is indeed a superior mech, with strong firepower, good mobility, and responsive controls. A weapon well suited for mass production. When I first encountered it a few days back, it didn't have the personality OS installed. I never expected our patent to be reverse engineered to such an extent in such little time.
I finally got to see the day that Grace admits defeat! Ho-ho!
Not just yet. I have a question to ask you first.
Ask away.
It's not a question for you. It's for the kid.
What?
Grace approaches Witch Hunter Alpha, now in defense mode, and when its targeting system illuminates her, she says,
Witch Hunter Alpha, how high should the driver's seat be set?
"Oh." And she said it for herself, or maybe for Sweet Pea?
I have neither a cockpit nor a seat. Your question does not make any sense.
What if you were to suggest a seat height? What would it be?
Nothing over 140 centimeters.
After listening to Witch Hunter Alpha's response, Grace's expression suddenly grows serious. He quickly leaves the mech, deliberately bypassing the targeting system's dead zone.
Seat height? What kind of question is that?
Betty, shut down Witch Hunter Alpha right now, or uninstall the Personality OS. We need to take it out of the Hollow ASAP.
What nonsense.
I have no idea how you've gotten your hands on it, but I'm certain your Personality OS is plagiarized from the data frame I've deployed in our prototype.
Oh. Hey, no need for such ugly accusations. Resorting to this all because you can't admit failure? Just because you asked a useless question, you're now accusing me of plagiarism?
140 centimeters. That was Coletta's height back then.
Yeah, okay, I knew it. I knew it had something to do with Coletta. Yeah.
Huh?
The former president of Belobog Industries, Coletta's father, and my mentor, Horse. When he finalized his prototype, he calibrated a specific seat height so that his daughter could pilot it from the get-go. That height was directly embedded into the logic core. On the way here, I realized Witch Hunter Alpha's thinking patterns were similar to those of our kids. I was suspicious if you used the same data framework. The answer to this question has finally convinced me. Only our prototype, a Belobog Industries mech, could know this by default, because my Sweet Pea gets mad if the seat is set too high.
How you and your venomous slander! That's just a coincidence!
You know deep in your heart it's not. Listen to me, buddy. The logic core data from the prototype hasn't had comprehensive troubleshooting yet. There's still lots of corrupted data that needs stripping away.
Yep, exactly as I figured. It's corrupted.
Using a copied framework means it's also contaminated with corrupted data. And we've already been inside the Hollow for over 2 hours. This kid is at risk of losing control at any second.
Why would... No way, you're lying. I won't be tricked.
Like, you're the one who's been lying and who has been doing tricks. Just projecting.
Really? Still not giving up.
You only think that of others because that's who you are.
Fine. Here's another task for Witch Hunter Alpha then. Translate this. Red, green, red, red, green.
Yes. Box, barrel, box, box, barrel.
Red, green. Now what are you up to?
Box, bucket. Box, box, bucket.
How are you speaking in unison?
Because this is the cognitive command code I installed when I debugged my kid. Wake up, Betty. Turn off Witch Hunter Alpha right now.
So Betty stole the data while we were... Yeah, we know that. You can tell it's plagiarism because she's copied all the errors over too.
You can tell it's plagiarized because she copied all the errors over too.
Warning. Hostile behavior detected. Initiating self-defense mode.
Well,
I know you're just bluffing. Go, Witch Hunter Alpha. Get rid of this trickster witch.
the sharp frame of the tactical mech moves, holding high its heavy cannon. And targeting its own mechanic.
Betty, watch out!
Again, not getting any kind of not getting any kind of cutscene or at least them like shown in the position where that's happening is.
Hostile targets locked. Commencing pursuit.
The targeting system chases non-existent enemies and Witch Hunter. And Witch Hunter Alpha plunges into the depths of the hollow. Okay, so just firing at nothing.
Roxy, let's go after it!
What's going on? Witch Hunter Alpha, stop! It's lost control. After it!
Okay. Oh, whoa, what? We're getting... Huh? We're actually getting pressure? What happens if pressure overloads? Do we actually get a corruption? Yeah, what corruption are we getting here? Both enemies and allies. Oh, okay, that's a good one. Crit damage bonus. Cool. You know what? I'm fine with that. Who cares if the enemies get a crit damage bonus? Alright, is that all there is to see? I think that is. Okay, it's only one of the hollow exploration data, or observation data. We still need 2 more. Oh, and there's the other one.
It's just a simple mistake, a little hiccup. That child is your heart and soul, right? Hurry up!
Oh, what? Did he fire a laser at us? Wait, I wanted to see if there was anything up there. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Oh boy. I don't think there's anything over there, but... Okay, good. We got all the observation data, so we're good. That's the important part.
Has it stopped?
I don't think it stopped.
I've updated the target for the guidance mod. You're just a machine. You dare defy me? What? It dodged it?
Okay, she's trying to redirect the missile at it? I mean, you made it. You should know its capabilities inside and out. Like Grace, she knows her child. She knows her children so well that she can even recognize it in other forms, like when it's in your mech. How come you don't even know your own mech that well?
Witch Hunter Alpha, enough now! Do as I say! Stop!
Well, it's a good thing this like the people who we were supposed to meet didn't show up and get attacked by this thing. All right, you guys just gonna, stand there. There we go. Everyone group up, please. There we go. Hold them nicely together. See, it pulls them all closer. And honestly, this doesn't really have that much less range than Caesar's ability. Oh, no, don't you do that. I hate these guys. The way they run away like that. Very rude.
Max potential energy.
Easy peasy.
No! Why won't you?
Don't lose your head. Just get after it.
Yeah, she's really not staying focused.
Warning. Increase in engine output detected.
Very well then. You forced my hand. Now, set the explosives along its current trajectory.
It's gonna dodge him.
Go down!
It's still moving.
Alright, well, it didn't dodge him at least. Oh. Yeah, sure. I guess we have to fight it. It's no problem.
Warning. Fire control system and onboard weapons have been damaged. Entering attack mode.
The target's hull has been damaged. Ether activity is steadily increasing.
That's no good. We're not doing enough damage to stop it.
Oh gosh, how could this happen?
How could this happen? Who could have foreseen this?
Betty, what now? Any contingency strategies?
You're asking me?
Well, yeah, I mean, you haven't been useful so far, but we were hoping that perhaps you might be somewhat useful at your job, but I guess not.
Of course I'm asking you. You're that child's mechanic. You know it inside and out. Think about how to solve this problem.
She should know it inside and out. Clearly she doesn't.
The logic core is already corrupted. I can't command it.
Pull yourself together. Now's not the time to be pessimistic.
Careful. That mech's attacks are growing in intensity.
Are there any software vulnerabilities we can exploit? Any hardware damage? Contingency protocols? Module defects? Think! Quick!
Run.
What's that?
Run! Just run! I admit it. I plagiarized your data framework. I just built a simulation layer over the top of the base structure. I don't know how to deal with this situation. Let's run. Our weapons aren't enough to deal with it, and it will only get more dangerous as it corrupts.
No. We are gonna destroy it right here and right now. We're not gonna leave a problem here in the hollow.
So, what about your mission, then? What about the 3 gates reps?
I'll explain things to them and let this crazy piece of metal fend for itself.
Yeah, Grace would never do that. She would never let a crazy piece of metal fend for itself.
And we can still call up the HIA to come take care of it.
What kind of joke is that?
Yeah, agreed. She gets so passionate about this, but you know what? That's what makes her great. That's the first time I've ever heard Grace roar. Shaken to my core with fear. No, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. What a great character.
Hope nobody noticed.
Why can't we run away? Anyone with common sense would do the same.
And anyone with common sense wouldn't have done any of the other things that you've done either.
We're facing an experimental weapon that's out of control, and our only control tool is broken. That's it. Let's leave things up to public security or the HIA. It's totally reasonable. I know what you're thinking. You just won't give up on that mech. You want to save it like it's a person, but this obsession with machinery is fanaticism. Why are you making me stay with you?
You don't have to stay with us. You can go leave. We'll take your mech. We're gonna save your mech, and we'll take it for Belobog. How about that? You okay with that
All your
outcome?
nonsense, leaving problems behind for someone else to handle. You're just shirking your obligations. You're
Yep.
that child's mechanic. It's your responsibility to deal with it.
Yeah, she's getting super angry because she's a responsible mother who takes care of her children, and this is an irresponsible mother who's trying to abandon her child. Of course, she'd be infuriated by something like that.
Run away? Have you thought about how many other people would be risking their lives because you neglected your duty?
Betty's shrewd expression gradually collapses beneath the anger of Grace's rebuke. It takes her a few seconds to squeeze out a stifled cry and answer.
I don't know what to do. Hand over the control panel.
Huh? What are you gonna do?
Take back control.
Take back control of the logic core while it's being corrupted by ether? How?
You said that you only built an emulated control layer, right? If the central control system and mech command are carried through the emulated control layer instead of direct authorization from the logic core, then there's still a chance.
If the central control system and mech command are carried to the control system instead of direct authorization of the logic core, there's still a chance. Okay, so basically what she's saying is only the logic core is corrupted, not the emulation layer. So if she can hack into the emulation layer, she can disconnect the logic core from the actual mech itself.
That'll be almost impossible unless some magic happens.
Ah, we got plenty of magic.
Frosty Cold Iron Witch.
Huh?
Isn't that the name you've been mocking me with? If you need some magic, don't you need a witch on your side?
Good line. Great character.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, Grace's role in the main story made me like her, and her role in this story is also making me like her. Anyone else? There we go. 3 more. Honestly, this is the easiest way to deal with enemies. You just do this. And that's it. There's really not much reason to do anything else when you have Qingyi.
Ready? I'm here. Understood.
Well, everyone group up. Nope, don't you run away. Group up. There you go. Everyone come together now. In a big happy family. Oh, there's the mech. Okay, we're finally going to be fighting the mech, it seems. The mech itself. Oh, okay, not yet.
Max potential energy.
Ready? Mind your manners.
Max potential energy.
With pleasure.
Okay, here we go. Can't run away from Qingyi's charge attack.
There's nowhere to run.
Its main control system's damaged. Now's the time. Betty, give me the control panel.
What? Here.
Cut autonomous order percentage. Switch permissions to G44. Ceasefire control radar module. Change power distribution to manual. Restart energy pump. Too slow.
At least that thing has batteries.
Core is out of control. We won't make it.
Is the soft reboot button in the middle of its frame?
Yeah. Wait, you want to try a manual reboot?
She can do it.
Are you out of your mind?
Isolate and disable weapons.
It's done.
She's saying that pretty quietly. I think the voice director messed up on that one. It's all good. Oh, EMP grenade. Yeah, don't hesitate.
right here.
What? A little slow there. Oh, is she gonna do anything to help? Come on. This is your time.
Oh dear.
Oh no, she's still gonna sit there. Okay, I thought she was gonna run up and help, but no. Useless till the end.
What?
In the end, Grace does all the work. Of course. Wouldn't be Zenless Zone Zero without feet.
What a good kid. Welcome back.
It's just so funny, because we all know about Grace's cinema screen or whatever, and everything. It's yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. After a short while, PubSec forces work together. PubSec forces work together with weapon experts from Defense Force and dispose of Witch Hunter Alpha.
Yikes! I never expected those PubSec agents to come so fast. I didn't get a chance to appreciate that kid's insulation coat as much as I would have liked. What a texture, despite all the battle damage.
Grace, you're awesome. You really are a witch. You really did it.
You worked some real magic. You really are a witch.
Looks like Grace isn't a machine maniac with the screw loose. Her wealth of professional expertise just shows an unconventional way.
No, she's still a machine maniac with a screw loose. Let's be real.
Hey, that was rude. Do you think it's easy being a corporate technician like me? Especially considering how young I am.
How young are you, Grace? I don't actually know.
As an apology, I'll let you give me this cute little thing to pet. I mean, research for a few days.
What? As an apology, I'll let you give me what? You're saying this as an apology? You're gonna let us give you Eos so you can pet him? I don't think that's how an apology works. Go on, Eos. She won't hurt you. We'll never hand over Eos to you. No, you know what? Let her tinker with Eos. You might upgrade it.
Here's your reward. Go on, Eos. She won't hurt you.
As everyone calms down, the Three Gates Corps reps pass by with a crestfallen-looking young girl.
Betty. Betty Brenda!
If you want to laugh at me, be my guest. I've got nothing to say.
No, that's your thing. Your thing is trying to make situations where you can laugh at people. You got things backwards again.
Great job constructing that emulated control layer.
Huh?
The voice print conversion command was so good I almost got fooled. Even though the incomplete data framework caused lots of operational errors and low efficiency, there's still lots of room for improvement. If you're interested in Personality OS research, I can give you some sample data from our prototype.
No, don't do that.
Of course, you'll have to wait until your suspension is over, and you've regained your mechanics license.
Okay, good. She's been suspended and has had her license revoked. That's good that she has consequences.
I lost.
This is not a small thing that she did.
Good luck with your technical collaboration, Grace Howard.
The young mechanic follows the marching units out of the hollow once more, and for just a second, her back seems to be just a little bit straighter. Why? Why is her back a little bit straighter? She regains her pride from what? From admitting that she was wrong? Or something? I don't know. Still willing to give her sample data? What a gentle witch.
What a gentle witch.
Proxy, have you heard of horsepower as a unit of measurement? It indicates how many horses would be required for an equivalent output of force. Industrial machinery usually has a horsepower of several hundred or several thousand. Don't you think this is a real boon for horses? Because these machines end up saving hundreds of them from the pain of manual labor.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but where are you going with this?
People are just the same. An industrial machine can save dozens of engineer teams from hollow-related danger.
I see what she's saying.
That can save several combat squads from having to face ethereals.
So you're saying that we still need people like Brenda, or whatever her name was. in order the work that she does is still important and is still valuable for saving lives.
And me? Actually, I can't say that I simply love machinery. All I'm infatuated with is the prospect of saving humans from getting ruined inside the hollows and sparing their families all the suffering and grief.
Okay, but I still think your main thing is that you simply love machinery. But that's cool that you have a secondary motivation of saving people.
I may have destroyed many times the machines that my peers, indirectly or otherwise, have. So that's really why I'm a witch, you know? Even if it makes me cry out in sorrow, I still have to send these kids out there to face fatal threats. But if there were more witches like me in New Eridu's future, just a few more people willing to care for these machines and shed tears for their sacrifices, well, maybe these kids would be more willing to forgive us for what we expect of them.
Grace takes up the heavy machine base back with her for checkup and repairs. Now we finally wrapped up Grace's commission. I should take Eos back to the shop and take a break. Okay. Come back soon, Belle. I'll be waiting to get the commission accomplished. Alright, let's head on over there. That was a good mission. Another mission. It's, again, like I said, it made me like Grace even more than I already did. The commission is completed successfully. You've done great. You've done great, Belle. Hopefully, we get Grace eventually in the standard banner. But our luck has been terrible with that. You too. We don't often get to see such a cool side of Grace. Turns out, Frosty Cold Iron Witch isn't a degrading nickname, but an honorable title. Also, no one gets injured in the end. That's a relief. Indeed. Belle, I'm curious about what you think. Should tools be just tools? Can we get attached to them? I mean, yeah, you can get attached to tool. I mean, it depends on what you define as a tool. Some people define themselves as tools. Right? Like, I'm thinking of like a, I don't know, the thing that comes to mind is like Sekiro. Like the samurai bodyguard thinking of himself as a tool. Or something like that. And in that case, yeah, you could get attached to that samurai bodyguard you got as a tool. I think that makes sense. But if you're talking about like actual physical tools, can you get attached to them? What, like your computer or your phone? I would say yeah, if they don't have a consciousness, probably not the best thing. They get attached to those things too much. Not more than real people. If we're nice to them, so that it'll be easier for us to give up on them later, does that make us kind or heartless? Oh, so that it'll be easier. Oh, he's referencing what Grace said at the end there. And what Grace said at the end was really interesting. Saying how she's very nice and kind to her machines because they're asking a lot from the machines. Asking them basically to sacrifice themselves for humans. And she feels bad about that. And so she's nice to them to make up for the fact that she feels bad about that. And yeah, it doesn't make it kind or heartless, because in the end she's still sending them out to die. She's still sending out the machines to do the work that might get them destroyed or hurt compared to humans, or instead of humans. So that aspect is heartless. But she's like balancing the kindness and the heartlessness is what she's doing. She's trying to make up for the fact that she has to be heartless with kindness. I agree with Grace. I agree with Betty. I don't know either. It's indeed difficult to pick a side. After all, people must have something they firmly believe in behind their choices. Yep. And also, I don't know if it's even a good idea to pick sides for most issues. Honestly, I think it's best to be indecisive about things because when you end up coming to a conclusion, a lot of times when you actually come to a conclusion, you get stuck in that conclusion and you really aren't going to change it. And sometimes getting stuck in a conclusion that you don't want to change is just, I don't know. It just doesn't work out. It makes you inflexible. Makes you not able to consider other points of view. So sometimes it's best to just not come to conclusions and just take the evidence and the stuff as it is. Anyway, this commission has finally come to an end smoothly. Let's get some rest and get back to our routine. Alright, agent story completed. Archive to the video archive. That was great. That was great. Again, I hope that it'd be nice to get Grace at some point. We're still a long way from... Yeah, we're still 47 away from another S rank. And man, the fact that we got 2 standard S ranks and they were both on Lycan. I mean, it's cool. It's great. We got 2 great stunners now, but man, it would have been great to get Grace or to get Nekomata. But hey, it is what it is. And yeah, I like that Grace's character is very consistent. She's always very nice, but she's also very focused on what she does and what she likes. And that little bit that we got at the end there about how she's actually doing this just to prevent other people from dying, and like she was saying that that's her true motivation, not her love for machines. If that's actually true, then she must really, really not want people to die in the Hollows. And there's probably some parts of her backstory that are related to that. Because she really, really loves machines. So if she loves people not dying in Hollows even more than she loves machines, then that's saying something. That's really saying something. So yeah, that was a great quest. These quests, these like video archive quests, initially when starting this game, I thought that they were basically analogous to the story quests in Genshin. But honestly, they're actually more like hangout quests in terms of their scope, in terms of their style, which is good and bad. I mean, it's hangout quests in Genshin are great, but it's just a shame that we don't get like the really detailed animated kind of story quests that Genshin gets when Zenless Zone Zero. Like, we don't get a lot of like animations or characters like actually being able to see the robot doing the actions that they're talking about, or I don't know. It can kind of be unimmersive sometimes, is what I'm trying to say. When they forego showing certain things and instead just have like a sound effect or just like a black screen with text. So it's a little unfortunate. You can definitely tell the maybe it's the difference in budget that the two games get. Maybe it's something like that. So yeah, it's a little bit sad to me that we don't get that amount of detail in these story quests. But again, they're still very fun. And now we've got Qingyi's story quest. And sure, we've just finished up a whole story quest, and it did take me quite a while. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get through the entire Qingyi story quest today, but I still have time. So let's start it. The case of a missing Bangbu. Alright, a blue-green Bangbu needs to be protected by a blue-green Qingyi? Of course. Okay, this goes too slow. Of course, the other colors are also important. No, I think blue-green is the only color that's important because it's the Qingyi color. True. Alright, let's do it. Let's do Qingyi's story quest. I'm excited. The video store doesn't seem to have much traffic today, so the two decide to watch a movie to kill time. This part is so moving no matter how many times I see it. At that moment, there's a sudden knock at the door. Hello? Knockity knock. Got a problem? Call NEPS. Peer-to-peer community service at your doorstep. Please open up. Just as we're reaching the climax of the movie, doesn't doesn't seem like you're watching a movie. You're on your phone, and Belle is standing here at attention as if she's awaiting orders. Belle, can you please get the door? Let me enjoy this story for a little while longer. Okay. Schedule's been updated. Hello there. You've booked a peer-to-peer community service from NEPS. Did we really book a service from public security? I'm Officer Qingyi, ready and at your service. Is that Qingyi? Something strange. Yeah, she's speaking differently. She normally doesn't like this.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Public Security Officer Qingyi. May I know the specific request you have for public security community service?
Okay, so she's here doing community service?
Shh, hold on for a second.
Oh, is that you, Manager? My apologies. I didn't recognize you while I was in autopilot mode. What are you two?
Okay, so she was in autopilot, so she has an autopilot mode. That's convenient. If only we all had an autopilot mode. Although, actually, I'm sure a lot of us are on autopilot for some of our day. But not as in it's such a convenient way as Qingyi has it here.
If even androids can understand the meaning of life, then perhaps humans can too.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Finished. What a classic.
What are you watching so intently?
Endbringer 2? Have you seen it, Qingyi? I've been meaning to recommend it to you. It's a kind of classic you can watch over and over again.
Endbringer 2! Have you seen it, Qingyi? I've been meaning to recommend it to you. Hold on. Just give me a second. And done. I speed watched the whole thing.
That doesn't count, but I guess that's convenient that you can do that.
It's about an E800 model android protecting a little girl amidst the perilous apocalypse, supporting each other through thick and thin. They gradually become attached to one another, but in the end have no choice but to part ways. The plot's decent enough, I suppose.
Decent enough. Is she a movie connoisseur? Does she know better movies that she can recommend to us?
So you actually went and looked up spoilers. Watching movies like that is a real waste, officer.
I didn't look up spoilers. I simply extracted the movie from the database for data analysis and pattern recognition.
Master, this is technical jargon of an advanced artificial consciousness. Allow me to translate for you.
We don't need you to translate it, but she said that it's in a database for image recognition and whatnot.
Yes, Qingyi essentially read spoilers.
The smart voice assistant you two are using seems to have quite the unique personality setting loaded into it. Ah, right.
Okay, but if Fairy thinks that watching it that way is spoilers, then does Fairy actually watch movies? I wonder if we asked Fairy, hey, if you watched a movie, how would you watch it? Would she not watch it the same way?
I happen to have a work-related matter which requires your assistance. I need to borrow some tapes to further analyze human behavior. Horror movies, to be exact. With mysterious forces at play, the more the better. It's for Public Security's community service program.
Okay, but I don't think movies are going to be the best way to analyze human behavior. People don't act the same way in movies as they do in real life. What kind of mysterious community service is that? Isn't it possible to directly access those from a database?
Can't you directly access those from a film database? I can tell you find the whole thing a little unusual too. But I assure you that such background data is required for my task. Since I've taken it on, I should be somewhat serious about it. Even if this community service itself is, dull.
Which is why you activated autopilot mode, right? If only I could also handle tedious tasks while catching up on sleep.
Well, she wasn't sleeping exactly, I don't think.
Tedious. Ha, ha. As if the mere word tedious could encompass everything. It all began when the bigwigs at Public Security realized that no matter how many decrees they make, Internaut is still unstoppable.
Yeah, so they don't like Internaut. Why?
As a result, who else other than Officer Juyuan proposed a strategy of guiding rather than blocking? Citizens have a real need to face the hollows and can't always turn to Public Security for everything. So Internaut has naturally appeared to meet those needs.
Yeah, the proxy network is what they sometimes call it. I think using the phrase proxy network is much more descriptive and much more helpful of a term to actually call internet. Because if you just call it internet, it's like, oh, they want to get rid of the internet? Why? But no, they want to get rid of the proxy network. That's what they want to get rid of. They don't like people doing work in the hollows that aren't regulated by them. That's the whole idea. So I actually prefer the term proxy network to internet. Internet is just confusing.
If only every public security officer could dedicate a set amount of time to community service, helping citizens with their actual problems. Once we establish trust between citizens and public security, then the plan to completely eradicate internet will have taken its first step.
I don't think you'll ever completely eradicate internet. Even if public security has complete trust, how long will public security remain trustworthy? It can't remain trustworthy forever. And there's a reason why internet or the proxy network exists. It exists because there just aren't enough public security, really. Or they're not willing to do certain things. That's why it exists. So I don't think getting rid of it makes any kind of sense. That would really nip the problem in the bud.
That plan would nip the problem in the bud.
Indeed, Zhu Yuan proposing such a comprehensive plan is really reassuring.
Yeah, not to us. It's not ideal news for us.
It is a good plan. However, for some reason, I sense that you two might not be completely sincere.
As usual, Qingyi is very perceptive.
Never mind. I suppose I'm not entirely sincere myself. Mainly due to the absurd demands citizens are making. For example, testing whether their fiancé would flirt with other women behind their back. Or, I suspect there's some mysterious force at work on 6th Street. Please deal with it, officer.
Yeah, very vague for that last one. And the first one, how did you deal with that one, huh?
What's worse is my assigned partner today. Ugh, that guy. One second he's proclaiming that though community service seems a little trivial, he's determined and dedicated to taking up that task. Then, before I even finished a sip of hot water, he goes bolting off on another case somewhere else, like a gust of wind weaving through the mountains. Young people these days.
How old are you, Qingyi? How can we just sit and watch public security eradicate the internet? We need to find an excuse to join the investigation? Yeah, we can't let them destroy our
Not every young
business.
person is like that, you know. If you need a partner, count me in.
Yeah.
Solving cases with a public security officer. It's like something out of a movie, right? Sounds kinda cool.
And how young are Belle and Wise either? Like, we don't know that either.
I never expected the manager to be interested in such things.
I think Belle just wants to show off and strut around with the public security badge pinned on her coat.
If the manager is willing to assist, it would indeed be a great help to me. However, giving you a badge is out of the question. Nominally appointing you as an assistant public security officer, though, is a possibility.
Then you go ahead, Belle. I'll look after the store.
Now, last time in the story, she was a little suspicious, I think. She probably was... I feel like she was kind of figuring out that we were there in all the events that were happening with our Bangbu and listening in. So, we'll see.
Then I'll go ahead and clear up the other community service appointments first. Let's meet on the street later.
Although I doubt our identity is going to be revealed to her in this story quest. That seems like a main story kind of thing to happen. Alright. Oh, adorable. Tiny cat girl. Officer, could I... But Dad said I shouldn't be so stubborn. Why didn't you tell me about it first, Holly?
No need to jump to any strange conclusions, Holly. Just tell me what's the matter.
Okay. Actually, it's about my good friend Teddy.
He's been missing for several days now.
Okay, is that a...
Missing? There doesn't seem to be any filed reports about a missing person in this area.
Is it just a missing teddy bear, missing plushie? Or is it a missing Bangaboo, maybe?
Have you been to the public security office with your parents recently? No, we haven't. Dad said since we just moved away from the old metro zone, we don't have the resources to deal with Teddy right now. But I'm really worried. I've never gone so long without seeing Teddy before.
That's terrible. Reporting is the right thing to do, Holly.
Reporting it was the right thing to do, Holly. The assistant public security officer is right. A disappearance is not a trivial matter and must be handled by public security. Do you have a photo of Teddy? Yes, I have tons. At least I did. But during our move, because we were in a hurry to catch the evacuation train, all our luggage was...
Okay, so basically it's probably in her luggage. So we have to go find an evacuation train. Or wherever she evacuated from.
Not a problem. Now, I will ask you a few questions. You must think carefully.
So they were evacuated from a certain part. I guess a hollow appeared there, maybe?
The more accurate your answers, the higher the chance we will find Teddy. Understand? Let's start. Height, weight. Teddy is exactly 20 centimeters shorter than me, so he's 101 centimeters tall. He's heavier than me, about 32 kilograms.
Heavier than you? Okay, so is it a Bangaboo?
Can you describe the color and style of clothes Teddy was wearing when he disappeared?
Oh, actually, no, of course it's a Bangaboo, because we saw that on the cover of her story quest. That this was about a Bangaboo. Right? That was the title of this quest?
A blue shark onesie.
A blue shark onesie, huh? I think we know what that Bangaboo is. We have that Bangaboo. Without a moment's hesitation, Holly answers all of Qingyi's questions. Following her descriptions, Qingyi sketches Teddy's portrait. Turns out that Teddy's a Bangaboo.
So, Teddy must look something like this, right?
Wonderful sketch, Qingyi. Oh, look at that. You see that? Hold on. Look at that. What attention to detail. I don't know how well that shows up on the YouTube video, but you can see the indentation on the back of the image where she drew the lines of the sketch of the Bangaboo. Like, you can actually see that. That's so cool. And that's such a little detail that nobody would notice. Except for me right now. But I think that's so awesome.
Whoa.
What an unnecessary detail.
Really
I love it.
Draw, Miss Officer. That's Teddy. But he's been gone so many days. Do you think we can still find him?
He's a Bangaboo. He'll be okay. We can find him.
Your case is now accepted, Citizen Holly. Oh, thank you so much. Dad told me that the officers at Public Security wouldn't have time for this sort of thing. Don't worry. Public Security Officer Qingyi will be on the case. But there's one last question I need you to answer. Can you do that for me? Okay.
Snaps to attention.
When and where did you last see Teddy? It was at the Gravity Cinema. I wanted popcorn, so Teddy went out to buy some. I waited until the movie was over, but Teddy never came back. Gravity Cinema? That's right next to the branch office, and yet a disappearance happened.
Okay, I thought that the Teddy went missing when they were evacuating from the hollow. I thought that's what she was saying. But they got lost before or after when they were watching a movie?
I can't believe a crime would happen in plain sight like that. It's worth investigating.
I mean, maybe it wasn't stolen by anyone. Maybe it just, I don't know, got caught up in something. Or got lost, or maybe it's upside down in a trash bin or something.
Good. But first, I need to escort Holly home. Let's meet later near Gravity Cinema in Lumina Square.
Okay, makes sense. I'm glad she's actually escorting the child home instead of like us just leaving her here. I feel like that's a thing that could happen. But no, she's actually properly escorting the child home, as she should. Wait, I'm going this way? Oh, right. It's the quickest way to the parking lot. Alright, cool. We get to go to the other part of the city now, again. This place is cool. Oh, and there's the Gravity Cinema. Yeah, it's great to be in new places. New things. Qingyi? You're not in... I mean, I know you're definitely not in, like, automated mode. But what mode are you in that you're saying this stuff? Is that gibberish? I don't understand anything you just said. Analyzing search data. Please hold on. Ah, it's you, manager. I've just finished scanning all of the 283,019 surveillance camera footage in this area. Find any clues? I simply extracted the footage from the database for data analysis and pattern recognition. So there's a database for pattern recognition and whatnot. How big is that database? And how accurate is it? Actually, I did find some footage of Teddy, but it's kind of weird. It's of Teddy walking out of the cinema with popcorn in hand, craning its neck around as though it's looking for something. The last place he was seen is right here in this parking lot. Although several days have passed, we should still perform a thorough investigation of the area. Okay, so it had popcorn. It was supposed to bring back popcorn, wasn't it? But it was looking for someone or something. Alright, I'm coming with you. Young people are always so full of energy. I'll leave this one up to you to handle, Assistant Officer. I'm going to run another analysis of the surveillance footage to see if I missed anything. Okay. Fair. Yeah, your pattern recognition might not be accurate enough if you only run it once really fast. Can't talk to you again? Well, she's really short. Like, look at her compared to Belle. It's like more than half a head shorter than Belle. That's crazy. This guy? Say? Black Rabbit? I can't read any text at the bottom, it's just bars. Folder. An envelope like this usually has important stuff inside. Alright, we'll let Qingyi take a look. He slipped the envelope into an evidence bag. We have an evidence bag? Guess we do now. We're an assistant something or other. The poster. Everything is fine. Yes, this is fine. An autographed poster. This thing must be worth a lot. Run away. I mean, this looks like maybe the kind of horror stuff that Qingyi wanted to watch. Why would anyone toss it out here like trash? How about you come home with me then? Oh, we're gonna get a new poster. Nice. Okay. Hand over the collected evidence to Qingyi.
Judging from your appearance, it seems like you found something.
Yeah, you can tell from her smile. Quite a few things actually. Impressive, huh? Yeah, sure, we'll do that.
I found a bunch of suspicious items. Pretty impressive, right? Please assess them, Qingyi. Manager, why did you pick up so much trash? Don't tell me you thought all this was evidence.
Trash?
Trash? So, it's all useless, huh? Guess being an officer isn't for everyone. Completely normal for a first investigation. After all, evidence doesn't just fall from the sky, you know?
You never know, it might.
Let me analyze these videos, then together with...
And then suddenly evidence drops from the sky.
Wait a minute. What's that in your pocket?
An old autograph poster that almost didn't make it as evidence. It says to Holly and Teddy. Oh, Teddy. Yeah, it was apparently something Teddy had on the day it went missing. It doesn't seem to be anything special. What clues does it hold? And again, the way it like shines through. Very cool.
I picked it up earlier. It's a signed poster and seemed collectible, so I thought I'd take it home. It has value as a collectible? Then it shouldn't have been discarded so carelessly for you to find like that. Without the manager's deep knowledge of films, I might have overlooked this detail. The handwriting is a bit smudged, but you can still make out to Holly. If it was dropped by Teddy, it's worth further investigation. Let me scan it. Look, there's residue of a strong reaction from highly active etheric matter. Quite a significant amount, too.
Okay, so something maybe attacked Teddy with etheric matter?
An item outside a hollow contaminated with such a high concentration of etheric residue. This actually makes our search easier.
Are we able to track the ether residue?
I've also made some progress. I discovered a suspicious vehicle that was parked here when Teddy disappeared. If it's related to the disappearance, then the vehicle might also be contaminated with etheric residue.
So one question I have then is, why was Teddy taken? Why was Teddy specifically taken? Because people seem to have went through some trouble to steal Teddy. Did they think that Teddy was somebody else? Or some other Bang Boo? Like, why steal Teddy? Or is Teddy secretly like some sort of special agent? And they were captured for their arcane knowledge. What is this guy? E? If you have any funny ideas, feel free to tell me. We welcome all interesting things. Okay, apparently I don't have any interesting ideas. Sad. Oh, we can't go past the bollards. I mean, we must actually secretly be a car. Oh wow, look at the the cutouts there. It looks freaky. Okay. Investigate the suspicious vehicle with Qingyi. Oh, it's still here? Never break. Waff. A creepy smiley thing. Road rocker. A wheelchair? I can't read what that says. Time to work? Funny? And then more creepy smiley thing that reminds me of Backrooms.
Very good, Assistant Public Security Officer. We quickly tracked down the suspicious vehicle. As I suspected, there's residue of a strong reaction from highly active etheric matter on the rear wheels.
Arrest the car's owner? No.
Oh, then is it already time to go arrest the suspect?
I don't think so.
Huh? No, that's not how this works. Criminal investigation requires concrete evidence. We need to keep calm, Assistant Officer. Etheric residue is indeed suspicious, but this is new Eridu after all. There are various causes for contamination with etheric residue. We can't quite deem it something particularly strange at this stage. No worries. I'll handle surveillance of the car. I don't need to sleep anyway.
Oh, she says that kind of sad. Like she wishes that she needed to sleep. So that she could take a break, maybe. Is it really okay for your body not to rest at all? Even if it's Yuching, you don't overdo it.
Is it really okay to work continuously like this? Even if it's you, Qingyi, don't overdo it. Zhu always expresses the same. It's just unnecessary concern.
Yeah, but you seem like you have that same concern, though. Because you didn't seem very happy about it.
Everyone is acting like this. Zhu, Holly, and now even the manager.
Well, I think they're probably all right.
Humans are indeed an interesting species, projecting so much emotion onto things that are not even alive.
Do you really count as not alive, Qingyi? You seem like you do count as alive. So I don't think it's that far-fetched to project onto you those kinds of emotions.
Though helping citizens is part of a public security officer's duties, Teddy is just a bamboo. In the end, the existence of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises.
Wow, what a thematically consistent story quest with the last story quest that we just finished. What a great lead-in to this quest. In the end, the existence of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises. I mean, Grace felt the same, and Grace really cares for her machines. And she still feels this way. So if even someone like Grace thinks this way about intelligent machines, then honestly, who am I to argue with this? I mean, I don't want to agree with this. I don't think Qingyi should be discarded in the place of humans when danger arises. But I don't know.
Take me, for example. Despite being an advanced model known as a 01NG6 criminal investigation automaton, I'm essentially just a bamboo with more complex functionality. And regarding life and death, I believe Teddy and I are identical. Neither of us actually cling to it. I really didn't expect Holly to be so upset.
No, she was really upset because she cared deeply for her bamboo. Just like there are people who care that same way about you, Qingyi. I think that's the parallel that we're supposed to be drawing here. We humans aren't that cruel. It's not the purpose of intelligent machines' existence.
We humans haven't become that cruel. A most interesting species indeed. Don't worry. Bamboo or automaton, we are not as fragile as humans.
Yeah, and that's something you can take pride in, Qingyi.
Today's investigation was very fruitful. With these leads, we can apply for an official search warrant from public security. If there's anything I need help with in the future, I'll be sure to contact you. I'll be leaving now.
Okay. So she's just gonna stick around and do her thing. And we go talk to Wise, which means that we're probably done with the first section of the mission. That's usually how it goes, right? Welcome home, Belle. I see you haven't managed to completely shut down Internet yet. How are things going? Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on destroying our own business. Teddy's disappearance is turning into quite the mystery. Got some clues, but things are still kind of murky. No matter what, it's still a good thing that we're building up some goodwill with PubSec. Although it sounds a little unfair to Qingyi and Julian. As ordinary citizens of New Eridu, all we can do is wait for Qingyi to get back to us. Okay, that's section number 1. Let's move on to the next one. I don't need to stop just yet, so let's keep going. I might be able to finish the whole thing today. In which case, that would be cool. Getting 2 story quests done. Ever since checking out that vehicle, Qingyi hasn't been in contact. Although, I am kind of running out of time. Maybe I'll have to stop right before the end. It'll be kind of weird. It just occurred to me. I wonder if Teddy's been found yet. At that moment, there's a sudden knock at the door. Hello, sorry to bother you. It's Public Security's Community Service. It's Qingyi again, I assume? Got a problem? Call NEPS, Peer-to-Peer Community Service. I'm Officer Qingyi. She sounds more normal this time, doesn't she? Speaking of which, well, that's only because I know it's Qingyi this time. Speaking of which, who booked this community service?
Pleased to meet
Maybe
you.
the Bangbu did.
I'm Public Security Officer Qingyi. Please tell me the specific request you have for Public Security Community Service.
This is funny. I don't know what kind of, what do you call it? The public security voice, the retail voice, the customer service voice that she's putting on when she's in her automated mode like this. Very happy and bubbly. It's very cute, but it's not her real voice.
Seems like autopilot mode kicked in again. What do you think? Should we wake up Qingyi?
Yeah, how was the best way to wake up Qingyi? Do you give her head pats? Congratulations on becoming the head of public security.
Congratulations on becoming the head of public security! Oh, very well. As head, my first command is to stop all community service. The video store managers? Oh, seems I was having a pretty good dream just now.
So I mean, now we learned something about her. She wants to become the head of the public security. So she actually has some ambitions here.
You seem kind of tired. Are you okay?
It had been too long since I last shut down, and my processors were being occupied with redundant data. That's all. It matters not. I've been keeping watch over the suspicious vehicle we identified last time, and finally caught evidence of it entering and exiting the Cretan Hollow.
I see, so it is going back and forth in the hollow. That's why it had the etheric material with it. But it doesn't mean that it was... So that means that That explains how it got the etheric material, but not whether or not it has the Bangbu, is what I'm trying to say. Also, that line that she said, it matters not. I've heard her say that before in the Hollow Zero missions.
I've applied for personnel and carrots from public security. Once the approval goes through, we can go find Teddy.
Another knock.
Excuse me for interrupting. I thought I saw a public security officer heading this way.
Oh, you need a public security officer for something? Grievous Summer, Grievous Summer, Grievous Summer. Well, I guess he's having a very grievous summer.
Oh, you must be Officer Qingyi. Our little Holly has really caused you trouble lately.
Okay, why are you coming over here and talking to us about this? Is this guy doing strange things with the Bangbu? Is that why he can't let Holly see it again? As Holly's father thanked her, he handed Qingyi a brand new Bangbu.
What is this for?
I'm so sorry. Kids don't understand. To trouble public security over such a matter is really making too much of a fuss. If it was lost, it's lost. That Bangbu was old anyway. I thought I might as well buy a new one for Holly this time. Just reset the Bangbu and give it to her. You can tell her you found Teddy and that'll be the end of all this.
She'll definitely recognize it. She'll definitely understand that it's not Teddy.
Your daughter must have really cherished Teddy.
Right. Please trust that... Oh, wait a minute. I understand, if that's what you wish.
Huh, she corrected herself. Please trust that what?
Huh, Qingyi? Why the sudden...
Did she notice something? The petite officer silently accepts a brand new Teddy, and Holly's father leaves feeling reassured.
He left quite decisively.
Are we giving up on rescuing Teddy? I don't think we are. I think we still need to save Teddy.
I think Teddy can still be saved. I mean the real Teddy. He's just a father worried about his daughter. No need to argue over the details of the investigation with him.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that makes sense.
Moreover, I just received a message indicating that it's unclear whether this Teddy number 2 will be able to help.
You just received a message?
So, I've decided to handle it this way for now.
Did something happen, Qingyi?
Yes, the approval didn't come through. Bangbu can't be classified as people.
Oh, so she didn't get approval for this. Because Bangbu aren't people?
It can't be handled as a missing persons case, only as a theft. So we can't get approval for extra personnel or a carrot.
I see. What if that was the kind of thing was to happen to you? Would they call it a theft still?
This means the rescue operation in the Hollow will inevitably be delayed. And by then, Teddy's chances will be quite slim.
But deceiving Holly with a new Bangbu isn't right. The idea from Holly's father is just too cruel. It's not a cruel idea, but it's not gonna work.
But deceiving Holly with a new Bangbu isn't right. I never said we were abandoning the real Teddy. It's just that bringing the real Teddy back in one piece isn't very realistic.
Well, could we at least get its memory core or something?
You haven't forgotten, have you? The biggest advantage of intelligent machines is replaceability. If an arm breaks, just attach a new one. If the body is damaged beyond repair, just get a new one. As long as we can retrieve the most core memory chip.
Okay, yeah, that is what we're doing.
Good idea. No wonder you're the public security's intelligence system. You see things from a different angle.
Master, stay calm. If you can't remain composed, then allow me to pour a bucket of cold cybernetic water over you.
I wonder if Fairy is ever gonna take over a body of their own. Like, Fairy can take over a whole bunch of things, right? And she says that she doesn't want to interact with things that have passed, like, the whatever test. Things that already have their own consciousness. But is Fairy ever gonna get to the point where she wants her own body? And is gonna build ones like Qingyi has?
This plan has a flaw. Teddy is a model from 8 years ago, and there are aesthetic differences from this year's latest model.
But still, it'll still be better than nothing. I'm sure she'll still appreciate it, being able to have the actual Teddy with her.
It seems Officer Qingyi's AI system requires further iteration for thoroughness.
That's not a problem. The difference between the Bangbu isn't that big. Just some modifications to make it look similar to the older version should do.
Yeah, enough of the attitude, Fairy. She's getting angry because there's another AI here.
Okay, Fairy. No need to try to prove you're better. Please search for the specific differences between the old and new versions of the Bangbu.
Understood. Scanning the blog. OMG, is there anything cuter than the old Bangbu models? I just want to hug it to death. Result 1. The old version of the Bangbu has a super chubby tubby tummy. Am I the only one who loves its tummy?
Okay, you don't need to read us out the blog posts.
Result 2. The old version of the Bangbu is super duper cute the way it sputters with its mechanical kinetic core. Result 3. Wah! The previous version of the Bangbu clearly had more emotes. I miss those. Based on the results extracted from the blog, we can modify the new Bangbu's appearance based on these 3 points to perfectly replicate the old version of Teddy.
Sounds like you found some weird posts to read out loud. But thanks, Fairy.
You're very welcome. I am a smart voice assistant dedicated to showing you different perspectives.
Okay, and why is your voice randomly changing, Fairy?
In that case, the task at hand is quite clear. Let's start modifying Teddy number 2.
Okay, we're already starting with that. We don't even know if the Teddy number 1 is destroyed beyond repair, though, yet. So isn't it a bit soon to be modifying Teddy number 2? Shouldn't we start with getting Teddy number 1 back? But okay. Welcome. Oh, it's Officer Qingyi. Mr. Enzo, your assistance is requested with a case of ours. A case? Ah, please rest assured, it's nothing to worry about. All you need to do is replace the kinetic core in this Bangbu with an older mechanical version. Oh, you got great taste! I actually prefer the slight lag that you used to get with the older models. But I'm afraid that part's no longer available anymore. Yeah, could use a combination of other components? Or use one of your sick mods. Ah, great idea! If we can reassemble the hydraulics that drive the drive shafts and the gears. There's some things that once seen can never be unseen. Things like a Bangbu getting sliced wide open. Oof, that's scary. And so skillfully installs the modified mechanical core into Teddy Mark II's chassis. This perfectly replicates the slight lagging sensation that the old Bangbu used to have. Great, that's another stream of revenue for the store. As far as I know, a lot of people really like the lag. I'm kind of surprised this Bangbu's kinetic core is also slotted left of center in its chest, just like mine, I think. Oh. So they're positioned where the heart is. From an energy transfer and center of gravity perspective, it's far more logical for it to be smack bang in the middle. Yeah, but the point of the intelligent AI isn't only to be useful. They also want it to be more human and friend and stuff, you know. Yeah. It seems as though humans will always project themselves into any intelligent machines they design. Yeah, they will. Teddy Mark II's kinetic core has been modified. Okay. Music in this game is nice. It's always nice. It's easier to make a Bangbu chubbier. Just buy a Bangbu repair kit. It's a piece of cake and you can make fully automated tweaks to any Bangbu's appearance. I once bought an old model repair kit from your store. Here's that order number. Yes, we've got it. Please wait a sec. I'll fetch that from the warehouse for you. Okay, good thing they still have it. You got a Bangbu repair kit. Takes a lot of work to stuff Teddy Mark II into the repair kit. Now just let the automation do the work. A round belly just like this is much cuter. Well, even though it's already cute to begin with. Now that I think about it, humans always seem to lean towards being cute when designing intelligent machines. And you know what? That's the way it should be. You, Qingyi, are exactly as you should be. This is exactly how you should design an intelligent machine. Adorable as heck. I think you're very cute too. Thanks for the compliment. I never really noticed that I was being designed to be cute as well. I sure am pretty happy with my current body, mainly in terms of its functionality though. It's a shame that she can't appreciate her own cuteness. The Bangbu repair kit completes its curvy tummy modifications for Teddy Mark II. Oh! Susie, the Pokemon trainer girl. Come inside the store and check it out. Yeah, that's right. We got a new line of public security officer products in. That won't be necessary, but NEPS does happen to have a case that could use your assistance. Are you not gonna buy anything? But you're already here. I read this review from before saying that you guys can help factory reset a Bangbu's expression, is that right? Oh, you mean that? Sure, that's a service we do. Have you still got old emojis from 8 years ago though? So as long as you can think of it, we can do it. And actually, we can do even more. This is the first time you've ever heard about a hidden interface to calibrate Bangbu facial expressions. Who knew it was here? Emojis. Anything's fine. Do intelligent machines really need emotions? Aren't they all just simulated? I don't know. I don't think are your emotions simulated? Can you tell us that, Qingyi? That was some really good acting when you knocked on our door before. What's terrifying is that as if they had no emotions at all. So that's the impression that I gave you. No, you didn't give us that impression. You set Teddy Mark II's emojis to those from 8 years ago. How nostalgic. Bloop, bloop. There's a sudden rush of people wanting to rent videotapes while there's a guest at home too. I'm trapped between a rock and a hard place. If you're pretty much all done, please come back. We're flat out here. On my way. Alright, let's go. Let's go help out with Wise. Wait, hold on a second. His name in our knock knock is just called Assistant. I never noticed that before. We just call him Assistant. That's funny. Or Wise. Relegated just being called Assistant. Go and meet the visitor. Well, there's Wise. Hello? Oh! Holly!
Officer Qingyi, I just saw you and the video store manager on the street, so I thought I'd... What? Is that Teddy? You found Teddy already!
Not quite yet. As Holly excitedly rushes over and picks up Teddy, she seems to immediately see through the adult's ruse.
This isn't Teddy! Officer, did you find the wrong Bangbu?
Yeah, she can tell, because she really liked her Teddy.
Are you sure, Holly? Yeah, I'm sure. Teddy is my closest friend, and I would never mistake him.
See?
Teddy's ears should have a dent here from when he tried to protect me from falling one time. And Teddy's bottom should have glue on it from when I was little. The glue was stuck so strong that it wouldn't wash off. Officer Qingyi, was it because you couldn't find Teddy, It appears that you remember everything about Teddy, Holly.
Yeah, because it's important.
Listen, it's all because this rookie public security officer here trusted the wrong information, and we got the wrong Bing-Boo.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Let's not forget that I'm a very experienced public security officer, and that I wouldn't make such a rudimentary mistake.
See, Qingyi says that she doesn't have emotions and that she doesn't understand things about emotions and humans and whatnot, but she clearly does. Coming up with that like ruse right on the fly like that.
From here on out, I will be taking over the case personally, and will definitely find Teddy.
Very, very smart from Qingyi
Yes,
here
really.
again.
So, we'll be busy now continuing this investigation. Can you return home on your own, Holly? Yes!
Okay. Holly immediately dries her tears and goes home.
What a sharp child. Even if they look nearly identical, and even if we could retrieve Teddy's memory, Teddy number 2 would still be a completely different Bing-Boo to Holly.
I mean, I think if you bring its memory thing in, it would be the same Bing-Boo. It'd be close enough. She would probably still treasure it and like it and be happy with it. Like if Qingyi's body got destroyed and we made a duplicate body of her and put her memory thing in there, she'd still be the same Qingyi we know and love, right? What's precious about life is that it's irreplaceable. The most treasured moments in life are those shared experiences that cannot be replicated.
What's precious about life is that it's irreplaceable. Okay. Like I've always said, humans are indeed an interesting species. Thank you for helping me cover up the lie just now. The next step is to venture into the Hollow to rescue the Bing-Boo. It'll be much too dangerous for you, Manager. I'll figure something out by myself. See you later.
Yeah. She doesn't know that that we're gonna be the ones helping her here. Belle, I've been busy at the store the whole time. How are things going with you? Teddy Mark II's operation failed. Holly saw straight through it. Thought so. Guess we'll just have to go into the Hollow and fight Teddy ourselves then. I wonder if Qingyi would be able to handle things solo. All we can do now is wait for her to get back to us. Okay, so we're not going in with her. Okay, now we got part 3, and I think I do have enough time. It's 11:40, but that's totally fine. The second part didn't take too long. I think I can finish before it's too much past midnight. It's almost community service time, but Qingyi hasn't replied. Just as the siblings begin to get anxious, there's a knock at the door. Interestingly, we haven't had any like going into the Hollow and doing combat in this mission, but I actually like that. Honestly, I don't think these missions are that well served by the whole Hollow exploration gimmick thing being overdone too much. I think it's just better just to get to know the characters in these various scenes that we've been getting with Qingyi and walking around with her and interacting with people like Holly and all this stuff. I like this type of story quest a lot more, actually, than the way Grace's story quest was handled. Even though I really liked Grace's story quest and I thought it gave us a lot more about her character and made me like her even more than I did before. I feel like this type of story quest, even though I know we're probably going to go into the Hollow here in a second and get a little bit of that, I like that we're focusing more on stuff other than that for this story quest. I feel like this is better and it suits the game better for the actual story to be kept like this, for the story to be kept as story, and for the combat to be kept as combat. That's what I think. Sorry to bother you with public security service. Yeah, so she's doing this thing again. Public security, is that you, Qingyi? Look as though you've been tracking down so many clues that you forgot to get back to us. Belle, haven't you been worried sick? Go check on what Teddy's up to. Alright, let's take a look. When you open the door, you realize it's not Qingyi. Okay, I figured it wouldn't be Qingyi one of these times, but then who is it? Is it the other security officer that she was talking about? Who was like her partner? Hello, got a problem? Call NEPS, appear to be your community service at your doorstep. I'm the on-duty officer. You know where Qingyi is? Yeah, we booked with Qingyi though, even though we didn't. Ah, here's the thing. Officer Qingyi is taking annual leave today. She said she's got some important personal affairs that need attending to. Annual leave? So Qingyi actually takes annual leave every now and then? And what does it mean by annual leave? Does she only take 1 day out of the year off? Like, how does that work? And also, what does it even mean to have we're booked with Qingyi? Why are we booking a public security officer? Like, why did we order a public security officer? What is she here to do? Does she even know what she's here to do? Like, she's just showing up at our house as if she's here for, I don't know, to fix our plumbing or something. Like, yes, it surprised me too. But if you run into any problems, you can also talk to me. I'll take care of it just the same. What about Jiyan? I mean, I'm sure she's really busy. She's Qingyi's superior, right? You seem to know quite a few officers over at the precinct. Yeah, we know them not because we've been arrested many times. No, that's not it. Jiyan's been carrying out an important operation for quite a long time now, and hasn't been back to the precinct since. Interesting. I see. Just that we've been talking to Qingyi all this time, so we prefer to wait until she's back. Oh, is that how it is? Oh, I feel bad for her. All right, once Officer Qingyi is back at work, I'll bring it up with her. Can't we,
tried contacting Qingyi again.
Watch some movies with her or
Still
something?
No reply. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Could it be that she went to the Hollow alone? She probably did. Or without getting a carrot approved? Yeah, Hollow alone, I don't think that's the big deal. It's the carrot.
Do you think she went into the Hollow alone without getting approved for a carrot?
Very. Quickly search Internet for any posts that might have been made by Qingyi.
Yeah, we should have been checking that already. I thought that was going to be a thing.
Search complete. There is a suspicious post. The content is as follows. Esteemed proxies, I wish to hereby notify you of a Bangbu rescue commission in the Cretan Hollow. Based on data analysis and pattern recognition results, the rescue target is likely in the T8AE32 area. Any interested parties may leave a message. Details to be discussed in person. Meeting face-to-face can effectively advance the work progress.
Data analysis and pattern recognition, along with that old-fashioned tone. It's definitely Qingyi.
Yup.
Bad news. There have been no responses to the post from any proxy, and the last message was posted by the author 13 minutes ago saying,
I mean, I don't think most people are going to want to meet in person.
I have arrived near the Hollow. Just checking one last time. If there are no takers for the job, then so be it.
Belle, if we hurry straight to the target area mentioned in the post, we might still make it in time.
Alright, let's get going. Yeah, there's no time to lose.
Yeah, there's no time to lose.
Alright, save Bangbu Teddy. Let's do it. Let's save the Bangbu. Look at how cute the Bangbus are. How could you want to hurt these Bangbus? That would be the most evil thing. It's like if you had to kill small, adorable creatures in the Genshin Spiral Abyss. No, they would never do that. They would never force you to kill small, adorable creatures in the Spiral Abyss.
Cup of hot water.
Okay, we're getting a trial Qingyi. Is trial Qingyi as good as my Qingyi? Probably not. But it is what it is. This is actually what I've been running as my main team for a little while, just to try it out, because I know Nicole is supposed to be very, very good, lowering the defense of enemies. And Von Lycan in that slot honestly doesn't really do anything anyways, except give a little bit of stun damage bonus. But I feel like Nicole probably adds a little bit more value. That's why I've been trying to use her there, even though it doesn't activate Corrin's passive. Just a thing I've been messing around with. Also, the grouping on her ability actually can be useful sometimes. We still don't have any like serious groupers in this game yet, though.
I have located Officer Qingyi.
Not that I know of, actually. Maybe there is.
Huh, a familiar Bangbu indeed. We meet again, Phaethon. As the #1 wanted proxy on Internet, isn't it a bit careless of you to take the job?
Can't be helped, it's a job from public security after all. Wanted to see why public security would recruit proxies.
I wanted to see why public security would be recruiting proxies. Consider it as banking some goodwill for future favors. Huh? What? Did you know it was a job from public security when you accepted it?
Uh-oh, we kinda slipped up.
To be honest, Officer Qingyi, your post on Internet was way too obvious.
So it was too obvious, which is why nobody signed up for this gig. Then why would Faith in...
Cause we're legendary, that's why.
No. Could you actually be a decent person?
The way she says that. Also, whatever happened to that hacker that hacked us and stole Faithin's identity? They haven't like gone around messing with our identity and destroying our fame or using it to do other stuff. Like, so far we haven't heard about anything like that, right?
It wouldn't hurt to say something nice without sounding completely shocked. Very well. I suppose it's only fair to show a bit of courtesy now that I require your assistance. The situation is this. I'm tracking a vehicle related to the case, and have found traces that could belong to that car. I need a proxy for navigation inside the hollow. Please assist me with my investigation. The suspicious vehicle we were staking out was last seen here. All traces of suspicious activity must be investigated.
Alright, investigate all suspicious activity traces. This music, though. I like this. You don't get enough... I don't know. Sometimes it can be hard to appreciate the music when just blasting through these quests. And we've been getting unique music in both this story quest and the previous one. So, you know, sometimes I feel like it's best to just slow down for a second and appreciate it. Good music is important.
Compared to the legal investigation activities registered by the HIA, everything else counts as suspicious activity. I'm sending the coordinates to you now.
Okay. Grab all the thingies first. They're already giving us our first hollow investigation data. Which means that this probably isn't that long of a mission?
Master, high ether activity detected coming from this forklift. This matches the evidence previously collected by Officer Qingyi.
It's always a forklift, isn't it? How many random forklifts have we seen
A forklift?
that are important
They're not
to the
exactly
case?
a rare sight in the hollows.
Yeah, exactly.
But how should I put this? This particular forklift seems to be giving its own game away.
Its own game?
It seems to be screaming, I'm just a totally normal abandoned forklift. I'm not blocking anything at all.
So it's the sus forklift. Got it. Should we check it out or search elsewhere? Well, I mean, we don't have anything else we can do.
Proxy, don't overdo it. If you encounter danger, get out of there.
Okay, so Qingyi can't follow? This is interesting because Qingyi's ability in Hollow Zero is like to squeeze into a place and like grab the coins when you do certain events. And yet she can't squeeze through here, only we can.
Proxy, don't overdo it. If you encounter danger, get out of there.
Okay, I'm out of there. I encountered danger. I'm scared. I gotta run back now.
Hopefully this time we'll be able to verify Teddy's whereabouts.
Okay, she has nothing to say other than that.
Proxy?
Master, unknown distress signal detected. Analysis complete. The distress signal is coming from a bamboo.
Oh,
A route
bamboos
to
have
the
distress
source of the
signals.
distress signal has been identified.
Officer, we've detected a bamboo search and rescue signal. You certainly know what you're doing. So much so that I want to break my promise and arrest you.
So, isn't it a good thing that we know what we're doing? So the fact you're saying basically we know too much, or too dangerous, or too powerful, so she wants to arrest us? Again, why do they want to arrest us so much? Just so they can control the proxies? Is it really that bad of a thing for proxies to exist?
Catch me if you can, Officer Grandma. So infuriating. Slow down. Respecting your elders is a virtue.
Okay, so they're calling her a grandma and people are saying elders. How long has Qingyi been around? Okay, we need to make this go to a different direction, I'm sure. Wonder where that'll take me. Whee! Over here, apparently. Oh, I have to click on it to re-trigger it. We can go up. Sure, let's go up.
I think I just heard a click, but nothing happened.
The ejector failed to launch. Oh, the recklessness of youth. Not to worry, I'll fix it. Don't go running off, Proxy.
The source is just up ahead. Belle, go wait for Qingyi over there.
Okay. What would have happened if I launched myself left, though? I guess I would have gone backwards. Uh-oh.
Strange. The signal should have been coming from here. Teddy, is that you?
However, there's no sign of Teddy or any other Bangboo nearby. Barry helps you pinpoint the location, and you finally find a broken Bangboo head under a pile of trash.
Bing Bong's here!
Bing
The
Bong?
Bangboo Boo-Nappers strike again!
The Bangboo Boo-Nappers! Oh man, it's the Bangboo Boo-Nappers Bing Bong! Oh, fearsome. This is the gang I've been worried about this entire time.
Who's this?
I already said
Yeah, he did.
it. I'm Bing Bong from the Bangboo Boo-Nappers!
Yeah, true.
Oh, what do we have here? A little Bangboo that can talk. Don't see that every day. Gonna be sure to nab this one. Speaking of which, that emergency signal device that we took off of Bangboo, it is really coming in handy. Seems any Bangboo would fall for it.
Something's off about this guy. Let's get out of here and find Qingyi.
Are we able to?
You're not going anywhere. You're property of the Bangboo Boo-Nappers now. Here, have a taste of this special Bangboo spray.
Bangboo spray? No! Huh? What happened?
Everything suddenly went black. Did we lose the connection with Eos? Belle, are you alright?
My eyes that really hurt just now? It hurt
All of a
us?
sudden, my eyes started hurting.
Your eyes?
I mean, our eyes started hurting that one time as well. Like, back in one of the earlier chapters, but I don't know if that's related.
Don't worry, I'm okay now. But what about Eos? What happened to it?
Fairy, can you still connect to Eos? Hurry.
After disconnecting, I've sent 28 reconnection requests. All have failed. Now attempting to use a backup line.
Eos.
I have successfully connected via the backup line, but the transmission is extremely unstable. It appears that the communication system has been severely damaged.
How dare they?
However, the communication signal between Eos and Qingyi hasn't been damaged. Do you wish to bridge a connection via Eos to connect to Qingyi? To prevent Master's identity from being exposed, I can add a heavy voice masking effect for both of you. However, there is still a 43% chance of you being recognized by Officer Qingyi. What's your decision, Master?
Well, we'll obviously go with it, and I think she would recognize us, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a thing that's going to happen in this story quest.
Bridge a connection to Qingyi.
Understood. Bridging a connection to Qingyi via Eos.
Qingyi, can you hear me? Oh? Has the connection been restored? That's Phaethon for you. Don't worry, I've arrived at the location of the emergency signal. I'll be sure to rescue your Bangboo. I'll need him to get out of this hollow. I don't want to become an ethereal.
Okay, good. She's already understands the situation and is on it. In that case, we didn't really need to connect to her directly. Alright, here we go.
Officer Qingyi here.
Oh yeah, it's not my Qingyi. It doesn't have the
Go save your
first
Bangboo.
constellation that gives you a full charge immediately.
Okay, sure.
Well, that's alright. There we go, group them up.
I'm here. With pleasure. Yep.
See, everyone groups up. Everyone just groups up when you do that. Super useful.
I'm here.
Even though it's not, I think, technically even supposed to be a grouping ability.
Following order. You asked for it. Mind your manners. The suspect has given up and surrendered.
Oh, does that mean we're done? I guess it does.
No! I've had enough! Please, go easy on me, officer.
No.
Anyway, what's a public security officer doing around here? Is it really worth all the trouble to come after a little resale business like ours?
You're harming cute things. We can't allow you to harm cute things.
Incorrect. At this moment, I am not a public security officer. Now, tell me, or you'll get a taste of this pepper spray. I mean, special bamboo spray.
It's okay.
No,
That's what the special bamboo spray is?
No, that is not pepper spray. It's a concentrated ether solution. Please, let me go. I'll tell you everything.
Okay, so it's an ether solution. That's what you spray at the bamboo to disable it.
Concentrated.
That's why we saw it at the. That's why we saw it. Yeah, that's why we saw it at the other with the other bamboo too.
That's right. The person you just heard is a fellow public security investigator. A heinous crime.
Wait, officer! I had no idea. I wouldn't dare do such a thing. Wait, didn't you just say you weren't from public security?
And just to make you confess more things, I guess.
Then explain. Why did you attack a bamboo? Where is your base? How did you carry out the crimes?
After confessing everything, Bing Bong is devastated and turns himself in.
I see. So you would use the concentrated ether solution to instantly corrupt the bamboo and cause its systems to malfunction, disrupting communication, self-recovery modules, and other functions. If that's the case, then Teddy wouldn't be able to send out a distress signal to public security. But kidnapping bamboo just to dismantle them and sell off the parts? How could he have embarked on such an unreliable path of crime?
I mean, his name is Bing Bong, so yeah.
By the way, how is your bamboo doing?
Hopefully good, because we need that bamboo.
Is it serious?
Nah.
He doesn't appear to have any cosmetic damage, but it seems like his intelligence has suffered a drop.
No.
Master, I have both good news and bad news.
Tell me the bad news first.
EOS is only capable of basic communication for the time being. The module for collecting holo data has been damaged by 87%. Please do not use it. As for the good news, there is no more bad news.
Okay, so that's the only thing, is that it can't calculate a way out of the holo, but we have Fairy for that for now.
Oh, Teddy has already been sprayed with the ether spray for several days. If we don't hurry, there'll be no hope of saving him. According to Bing Bong's account, there's still a whole pile of stolen bamboo in their hideout. We've detained Bing Bong, but if we don't act now, it'll alert the others. But no matter what, we must continue the rescue. What do you think, Phaethon?
Agreed, but Eos has been damaged.
Agreed, but Eos has been damaged. What should we do?
Officer Qingyi, I believe it is time to use that technology, if you know what I mean.
Oh?
We sprung from the same stock. What need each the other fry? An AI calculating an AI. But it is a good idea.
What kind of poem is what kind of poem is that? We sprung from the same stock, what need each the other fry? An AI calculating an AI? What, so she's gonna fix the Bang Boo's AI somehow?
You mean that technology, right? Very well. Let's proceed.
Okay, could you speak more clearly though,
Very
please?
well. Let's proceed.
Wait, you AIs. Mind explaining in human language so we can all understand?
Apparently not.
Affirmative. Translating communication into language that can be understood by humans. Using distributed computing, a portion of EOS's functions can be installed onto Officer Qingyi's system.
I still don't quite understand.
Understood. I will attempt to explain EOS and Qingyi's distributed computing technology in layman's terms.
But how is this gonna help Eos if... So you're gonna install Eos' stuff onto Qingyi. Cool. But it's still broken, right?
You will use sensory sync with Officer Qingyi. By using distributed computing, you can immediately restore the ability to search the hollow as long as we can maintain stable communication.
Okay, so we're gonna be linked with Qingyi?
The risk of using this technology is that Officer Qingyi will also be affected by EOS's ether corruption.
Oh. But...
It matters not.
Again, the "it matters not" line.
Just don't overdo it, Qingyi. Don't worry. I'm a 01NG6 criminal investigation automaton. It's my duty to save every citizen of New Eridu.
You see, even you consider the Bang Boo a citizen. So what does that say,
I'm not
huh?
such a fragile existence like humans. Isn't that right, little Bang Boo?
Anna. True.
I've granted you access to my interface, AI. Let's start the sync.
Understood. Initiating sensory sync.
Oh, we get a cutscene for this part. Bonk. What?
Packaging distributed virtual interface. HDD unidirectional control on standby.
Activate the connection.
Oh, okay. So we're all linked. What does this mean for us, though? Oh, has been activated, now synchronized with Qingyi's sentry system? What does that mean?
Anyway, the secret passage is
Why did I
right
get a
here.
pop-up for that?
Let me give it a scan first. Sure enough, here it is. Looks like Bing Bong wasn't lying after all.
Okay, but I got a whole ass pop-up for that. What does that even mean? Wait, RIP? Rest in peace?
Everything's been scanned now. Go to the secret passage and take a look.
Oh, I didn't mean to go faster. Why does it say rest in peace here, though? What's that about? Also, where would this send me? Back down here? Okay, I don't need to go down there. We're good. Alright, let's go. Oh, there's the Bang Boo.
Oh, it's a shark boo. The chance of it being Teddy is...
Pretty high. A lifeless one. It's not Teddy, it's not Teddy, it's not Teddy. All you can do now is pray.
Master, your powers of deduction know no bounds. The identity of this shark boo cannot be ascertained, but it is not Teddy.
I see. Okay, so it's just another shark boo. They went to great lengths to ensure it didn't become an ethereal. Link up to her mind space? Or do it ourselves? This is interesting.
It's all in a day's work for a public security officer. Proxy, I suggest you turn away. I don't want your Bang Boo to see what happens next.
Uh-oh, what is she doing?
Oh, is this a memory chip? Criminals always say, dead men tell no tales, silencing witnesses to cover up their crimes. The data's been recovered. Access my mind space and I'll share it with you.
Oh, right, we've done this before with her. She has like her, I forget, she has her own, like,
They've used the shark
thing.
as a switch to open up the secret passage.
Why is this going fast? Stop it.
Enter the passcode, and then it's open sesame.
Okay, 1138.
Reminder, there is a 99% probability of finding clues on the Shark Boo's chassis.
They've used this shark boo as a switch to open up the secret passage. Just what exactly do those uncivilized thugs take intelligent constructs for? I thought the kind of criminal syndicate that would take in the likes of Bing Bong would lack the intelligence to be capable of causing any serious trouble. But it appears that thought was rather naive.
Yeah, sometimes the most dangerous things are the people who have a little bit of knowledge, but not enough. Or maybe they have too much knowledge. So, yeah. Factoring in all that intel, the shark boo has been converted into a switch for the secret passage. Inspect it to open it up. Sticker in his belt? Rip the sticker off the belly? I don't know which one you do.
Although you fell victim to the shark boo's reflexive bite, fortunately, it has resulted in the discovery of the switch for the secret passage. Press it to open up the passage.
Sure? But why does it still give me the option to rip the sticker off the belly? Let's keep the sticker on the belly.
Although you fell victim to the shark boo's reflexive bite, fortunately, it has resulted in the
Wait. That didn't... Okay.
There were 4 distorted numbers etched beneath the sticker. It's probably not the passcode for the secret passage. Is this the passcode for the secret passage? It seems to be the passcode for the secret passage.
Okay, we didn't really need to know that, but thank you, Fairy. I already knew that.
Officer Qingyi is absolutely correct. Engaging in criminal activity with this level of intellect is vastly overconfident.
Yeah, we're done.
We've pieced together the clues. Time to exit the mind space.
Okay.
Enter the passcode to the secret passage to open it. You haven't forgotten it, have you, Proxy?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Oh, what?
The passcode.
Oh, come on. Come on, game. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do they need to make it so idiot-proof? I mean, I understand. A lot of with some of the kinds of Let's Plays I watch of people going through games, I understand that some people really are just incredibly dense and do need this kind of hand-holding. But please stop. Please stop. It hurts me. It physically hurts me. Oh my goodness. It physically hurts to watch. The amount of hand-holding. It's so lewd. I can't. Okay, what does this button do? Who knows? Let's press it, I guess.
So many bamboo. And they all need rescuing.
Okay, well, let's grab all this stuff. We don't have enough? Okay. We'll come back. What's that 3 about? 2? 1? 0? What is that timer about? Whatever. Let me just grab some coins real quick. I don't know what the rest of this is.
Please note, the following information is not suitable for Bangbu. For the sake of Eos's well-being, I have changed dismantling to petting, and vital signs to final baseline. Please forgive me for any difference in semantics. This Bangbu seems to have been petted inhumanely, losing its final baseline, and leaving behind nothing more than its chassis.
Sad.
Just like the shark boo earlier. Yet another one. How inhumane. Committing crimes against Bangbu, one after the other.
Yeah, it's evil. How could they do
Take their
that?
bodies for their own and flip them for a profit. Oh, human desire. How could you have ever become so twisted? It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over.
Okay, but first off, let's grab this thing.
Sufficient gear coins paid. Authentication successful.
Alright, now we're good.
Opening valve.
Investigation data. We're still missing one.
Why is this Bangbu's face twitching like that? It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over.
Oh, okay, not all of them are destroyed.
It's completely destroyed. It's still conscious. Hold on. I'll get you out of here soon.
Master, scans have detected a non-corrupted and conscious Avakabu. It
Avocado.
has tried to lie down flat, but has instead been rocking back and forth by 0.5 millimeters at an incredibly high frequency. Hypothesis: the Avakabu tried to play dead, but ended up exposing itself in its state of panic.
I am Officer Qingyi. You're safe now, Avakabu. Why is it shaking even more now? Could it be that it snuck into this hollow without permission, and now it's even more panicked?
Uh-oh, it's busted. Poor avocado. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. I'm no bad Bangbu, you got the wrong Bangbu. I come to save someone. My friend Electroboo said there's bad guys in the hollow who eat Bangbu. Okay, I mean, you're not wrong. We're here to save everyone. I'm guarding the exit while Electroboo's bringing everyone out. But it's been so long and they haven't come back yet, I'm worried. I want to go find them too, but the Electroboo told me I have to stay here to open the exit. Nobody can get out if the key to the valve gets lost. Okay, so he has the key. Okay, we have to go get the bad guys and then they'll give us the key and then we'll get out or something. Oh, we take less damage. Okay, so he gave us the key. Okay, so now we should be able to continue on. Right, let's go. Electroboo, are you alright? Well, I guess we have to fight this guy first. Before anything else. Alright, everyone group up. Oh, hey, you're supposed to group up when I do that. Why are you getting further away? That's weird. See, now it's grouping them up. Do they always stack her backwards? Is that it? I don't know.
Understood.
Ow.
The pleasure's all yours. Mind your manners.
Drill, drill, drill. Okay, that should unlock that. Ooh, good. Okay, the final investigation data. I was worried about that. I was worried I might have missed it.
The corruption isn't obvious, but I've almost used up all my power. Don't worry too much about your friend, Avakabu. It'll wake up once it gets out and is all charged up. Link up to the Electroboo and read its memory chip.
Alright, it's about to run out of power and is in bad shape. Call for worn down from overuse, linking to the Electroboo. Okay, let's see what we'll see what it's saying.
It's the POV of the Electroboo. Looks like we've successfully accessed its memory.
It shocked its way through the door lock using high voltage. That's no small feat.
This is deep inside the Bangbu boot.
That's why it's out of
space.
energy.
It's enormous.
There are the guards, just as expected.
I heard something. Huh? What's the Bangbu doing here? Is it an escapee? Don't move!
Huh? I think I just saw the silhouette of a shark boo. Let me investigate.
Okay, so the shark boo down there. I'm assuming that's the one that we're gonna need to find, but can I go anywhere else?
Electro Boo. Come on, Electro Boo. It's a thug that's on a similar level to Bing Bong.
Oh, I can't go any further.
It's a thug. Come on, Electro Boo.
Hang on. There was a shark boo among all those Bang Boo. Let me just check if it's Teddy.
It's an old model. Dent on its ear? Yep, that's it.
Teddy has a blemish on its ear from when it was protecting Holly once. And there's glue on its butt that Holly stuck there when she was just a kid. It's Teddy. We did it.
Yeah, but is it okay?
The corruption is starting to show now. We have to hurry. Now that we know where Teddy is, how can we get in there?
Well, we continue. Tries to run away.
Can't let any of our Bang Boo get away!
This guy really knows how to fight. Incredible.
Yeah, the boss finds out about this. He'll talk my pay for a month. I'll like it! Oh, nowhere to run now. Trying to squeeze your way through? Oh, why, you unscrupulous little Bang Boo.
Oh, he's surrounded.
Make it out. Just give up. Ah! The Bang Boo are escaping! Boss! Ah! Why you? What do you think you're doing? Shouting for the boss over this?
The data's been corrupted. Go and manually recover it at the Electroboo's last known whereabouts.
Okay, is there anything else to go look at here? There's a switch over here with a question mark. But I don't think we can interact with anything else, so...
The Electroboo should still be mobile. If I'm not mistaken, we can follow it in, and we should run into it while it is making its escape. There's still some information missing. Keep looking for the last part. The data has been recovered. We can unlock the next memory now. This should be the Electroboo's memory of when it was attacked. Oh, the shocked Bang Boo have started to come too.
Oh yeah, they're waking up.
He's beaten them silly, but they're still trying to run off.
Zappity zap zap.
If you're not going to do this the easy way, we'll have to do it the hard way.
I like this. I like these sections, these memory replay sections. Because unlike the other parts where you have to be like doing things and then it's like slowed down by the story, they're just like watching a cutscene, right? You're just constantly watching the story happen. And I actually like these. I think that these are actually kind of cool. These sections. Okay, where does it want me to go?
That must be the boss. This thug is their boss. He's both stronger and smarter than any of the thugs we've run into so far. Well, he's at least 0.73% better.
That's not much.
Look, the gloves that 0.73% guy used to pick up the Electroboo are completely scorched. Meaning, we can trace his fingerprints and uncover his true identity. Turns out that 0.73% guy is no joke. He's a fugitive suspect in 3 criminal investigations. No wonder he hasn't been caught. Has he been laying low in the hollows all this time?
I mean, the hollows are a great place to hide. It's just very dangerous, but that's why they're a good place to hide.
Seeing as you're so keen to come down to the precinct,
No one's gonna want to go there.
Don't blame me if I show you no mercy next time we see each other.
I also, by the way, I heard that they're going to be getting rid of some of these sections in later quests. Is that true? I heard that was a thing. That people, I knew people didn't like the TV sections that much, but they didn't like them that much. I thought they're, I mean, I agree that sometimes they're too much, and sometimes again, mixing the story with the exploration it slows things down way too much. But sometimes and also they handhold the puzzles way too much. But I don't think it's a method that's unfixable. I feel like you could totally make this work if they tried, but I guess they're not going to do that.
Converts its last remnants of strength into electricity and releases it. Belle, the entrance is over here.
Oh, electro damage increased. Okay.
The Electroboo has been a real help. Let's head over to the secret passage. Teddy should be right here. It's that 0.73% guy. Take him out, and we can rescue Teddy.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sure, we'll grab this. Why not? Okay, but first off...
Out of the way. I'm in a hurry.
What's that do? Open that up? Okay. I see.
It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over.
Alright, now where does this warp me to? If I go... Oh, I can't go in there. Okay, never mind. I guess there's only one place I can go. And that's to the right here.
It's completely destroyed. Let's take it out once the rescue is over. I told you, I'm in a hurry. It's completely
Okay, they're all destroyed. That does not bode well for Teddy, if all of these are completely destroyed.
The pressure's so high. The target is just up ahead. Qingyi, can you hold on? I'm fine. Saving Teddy is what's important.
Good. Alright, everyone gather around.
Okay.
Oh, that spread them all apart. That's not great. I think I messed that up.
You made it this far. What's this?
An elite enemy? Now things are starting to get a bit tricky. Nevertheless, I'm still going to get all of the civilians out of here. None left behind. You asked for it. There's nowhere to run.
Oh, well, I didn't get the extra assist there, but it's okay. Ow!
Back up here.
Let's just ult on Qingyi. I don't know if this Qingyi's ult is leveled or anything, but we're gonna do it.
The pleasure's all yours. Mind your manners.
And done. Bang boo! No, well, it looks like he's at least moving a little bit.
Less than 50 meters.
Yeah, I forgot that we grabbed so many.
It is just up ahead.
Where's Julian coming to save her?
Do you copy? Can you make it?
Humans. Such an interesting species. These aren't living creatures. Yet they won't abandon them, no matter what. This obsession, longing, and suffering. Is that what life truly is?
I mean, you're not abandoning them either, Qingyi. You also didn't want to do the solution of giving the fake Bangbu to the girl. You wanted to find the real one. You wanted to save it. That all makes sense. Thanks to Phaethon's contact, Juyen and Seth arrive in time and rescue the fainted Qingyi and Bangbu. The severely corrupted Qingyi and Eos were all sent to maintenance and cleaning. It took several days for them to be sent back. It's great that either corruption isn't permanent and it can actually be cleared out. I mean, we see that in the Hollow Zero missions that you can remove corruptions. It's just nice that it's something that can be removed. Because in a lot of media and such, like this kind of thing, the corruption, right? It'd be something that lingers forever and you can never really get rid of it. Even in Genshin, that's like kind of a thing with the abyssal corruption. If you have some of it, it just doesn't fully go away. It's always leaving some traces behind or something like that, right? That's a pretty common thing. But here, it seems like no. If you get some corruption, it's still something you can deal with, something you can get rid of. Not if you turn it into a complete ethereal, but you know. Hear another familiar knock on the door. Sure enough, it's Qingyi.
3 strikes and you're done, right? We've already had public security's help 3 times now. Why don't we just skip today?
No. What do you mean? Why would we not watch Qingyi here? Again, ask her to watch some movies with us.
You misunderstand. I'm just here to express my gratitude. You 2 upstanding citizens helped me investigate the missing Bangbu case. Thank you.
Now, does she know that we're Phaethon? Because she, Barry said there's like a 43% chance.
Teddy was repaired and I took him to Holly. It was quite moving to see them reunited.
Don't worry about it. Besides, he didn't really help that much, right?
Yeah, the us 2 didn't help that much because we're not Phaethon, you know.
Right. If it weren't for Qingyi, then we could have easily lost Eos.
Huh? What was that you were saying?
Oh, I was just thinking to ask how you've recovered, Qingyi.
Qingyi definitely would have heard that and recorded that and processed that. I don't doubt that Qingyi could hear everything that's happening in this room. I don't think you're hiding anything at this point.
My body is fine, of course. After some maintenance, I'm feeling even better than before. If anything, the real headache is that Juyen and her constant nagging about how reckless we were.
Juyen is probably just hoping that you will take better care of yourself.
Actually, I'm not a person who doesn't look after myself. I've always known how important I am.
That's good.
It's just that as automatons, our views on life are quite different from those of humans. In the end, the purpose of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises.
Now, where did she get that idea from? Who told her that? Who taught her that? Was that imprinted on her when she was created? If so, who created Qingyi? That's something that I'm really interested in. Like, are we ever going to get a story quest with her where we actually talk about that?
However, you could say I felt a certain weight inside the hollow this time.
Huh? What do you mean by weight? Did you pick up something heavy?
Oh, come on, Val. That's not what she means. She's being poetic, as she does.
Well, I guess I could say that I understood the weight of life. I don't know. Maybe I've been affected by humans somehow.
That's great.
Actually, it doesn't matter if we're talking about a Bangbu or you, Qingyi. We've never thought of you as something that could just be discarded in a moment of danger.
Right, both of you are important and irreplaceable partners.
Right. Both of you are important and irreplaceable partners.
A friendly reminder, Master. If you
No.
are handing out compliments,
No.
please don't forget Fairy.
Although, honestly, you know what? Fairy doesn't done anything, like, malicious to us so far, right? She hasn't been that bad to us. She's actually helped us out quite a lot. Especially at quickly building back up our reputation. So honestly, as much as I want to say no, you don't deserve any compliments, Fairy, actually, yeah. Fairy does kind of deserve some compliments. Thank you, Fairy, for your hard work and service. It's still sus that you'll never tell us what you're actually here for, and you won't tell us what your, like, prime directive is because you said that we don't need to know yet or something. Back in the day, that's what she said. But you know what? At least for now, she's doing good.
I suppose this is a similar feeling to what happened inside the hollow.
And yet, you still haven't actually told us what happened in the Hollow.
If you're so curious, then perhaps you'd be interested in applying to become an assistant public security officer.
It just isn't for me. I'll pass. I'm not really interested in community service. Yeah. Can we skip the community service part?
Join public security? As cool as that sounds, the community service work is way too...
Speaking of which, after Julian heard the whole story, she decided to put the plan to completely abolish Internaut on hold for now.
Oh? Why is that? Because you got help from Internaut? Because you got help from the proxy network? That's probably it.
As for the local community services, unfortunately that will become a standardized project in the future. It's a real headache.
That's a problem.
By the way, I also brought the horror movies I rented for community service last time. I figured now would be the best time to return them. I felt like the scenes where someone was possessed really resonated with me.
Okay. Interesting. What do you mean?
Oh, what do you mean? How would an intelligent machine empathize with that?
Qingyi shows a profound expression on her face. For a moment, it seemed as if something flashed through her eyes. Was it a blue circle? Oh yeah, because we connected with that. I assumed that's what she was referring to, but is she trying to imply that she knows that we were the ones that did that? We can't let Eos meet Qingyi. Luckily, Eos is out running errands.
Luckily, Eos is out running errands.
Huh? When did you get here, Eos?
Uh-oh.
I mean, Bang Boo 01?
The feeling of being possessed is indeed unbearable. But it really does seem to make you stronger, doesn't it?
It makes you stronger? Okay. Did Eos really just happen to come home at that moment? I always wonder if Qingyi knows about us. I really want to know if she knows or not, but who knows? No, she clearly knows. She clearly knows. The fact she saw Eos right now, there's no way she would be... And she's been so smart. Qingyi has always been incredibly smart. There's no way she wouldn't realize that that was Eos. There's no way she wouldn't. She's way too smart for that. Don't even think about it, Belle. If Qingyi wanted to expose us, she'd have done it by now. Yeah, she clearly doesn't. True, there's no other way to see it. Agent story completed. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful story. Again, I like that with that particular story quest, there wasn't actually like that much of the going around in the deep dive system doing the exploration thing. And even when we did do that, it was more of a cutscene where we watched through the Bang Boo's memories, saw what happened, and just, you know, experienced it. Because I feel like that's when these stories, when the storytelling of this game works the best, is when it's just the storytelling. And it's not trying to mix in gameplay, force in gameplay when it's not needed. And in ways that just slow things down. So I really liked that one. And I liked getting Qingyi's views on herself and on other intelligent life or other intelligent machines like she is. I love that it really connected to the previous quest that we did that also got like some information about that and thoughts of Grace from Grace about that kind of stuff. And that makes me wonder if that's going to be a continuing theme in the future, not for the story quest, but for the actual main quest. Like, we just unlocked these two quests just now. Did we unlock these quests just now because those themes are going to become relevant in Chapter 3? Or perhaps Chapter 4? Are we going to have to tackle that kind of theme of machines being, I don't know, treated as if they're disposable? As if they're something that's just meant to be sacrificed for the sake of humans? I mean, early on in this game, I've made theories about the ethereals and the hollows, and honestly, I haven't been able to expand on those very much as we've gone along because we haven't gotten the information that I would like. We haven't gotten the answers that I would like about the origin of the hollows and the origin of the ethereals. I can only speculate that, oh, well, it happened in old Eridu, and it was probably having something to do with our master, and it was probably something, I don't know. But it probably has something to do with that that ethereal that's mostly human, right? Now, the only thing with these quests bring up these themes of machines sacrificing themselves, being like sacrifices to help humanity. It makes me think of ethereals and how they are kind of mechanical in a way, because sometimes they incorporate street lamps and they can possess mechanical beings, like they can possess mechs and whatnot. I'm wondering, were ethereals originally created for like a similar purpose? Were they created to be some sort of intelligent life that's meant to be sacrificed, but they didn't want to be sacrificed? Things like backfired, and they ended up fighting back against us. Is that the kind of plot line we're going to be getting? I don't know. I'm not very confident in that theory. That's just a thought that I had, and I wanted to bring it up. And with Let's Plays like this, bring up random thoughts like that is important. I always get really annoyed when people doing Let's Plays are like, oh, they have like a thought and they have like a theory, but like, oh, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it yet. And they'll say things like that, like, oh, I don't want to say it yet, because I might be wrong. And they just hold back on the thought. And like, don't you understand that that's the whole point of a Let's Play, is that you give your thoughts, no matter how dumb, how outlandish they are. I find that it's always fun to hear. It's always fun to hear somebody's dumb theories. So I will never be scared to share my dumb theories. I will give you all of my dumb theories. You can rest assured on that. So yeah, that was a good quest. I enjoyed singing Qingyi, of course, as always. Such a cute character. Definitely one of my... Is she my favorite character of all the characters? Or, I mean...
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.
There's Nekomata as well. She's definitely...
Case to solve.
She's just a great character. That's all I'll say. She's a fantastic character. She's very smart, very perceptive, and I loved learning more about her in that quest. And Grace, and in Grace's quest, again, she's a great character. I love that. I love how insane she is about her machines. I love that. I love how she just did not acknowledge the like whatever her name is, but something who started with a B. I love that Grace just did not acknowledge her taunting at all for like a long time. She just focused on other things, and I thought that was funny, and I thought that was very in character for her. So yeah, a lot of great characters in this game. Very excited to hopefully continue on with Chapter 3 next time, Chapter 3 proper. I heard that the story only gets better, so I'm expecting to enjoy Chapter 3, and maybe at some point catch up with everybody else who's been playing this game and catch up with the main story. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I'm sure we'll get there someday, but I'm in no rush. I'm enjoying this game, taking it at my own pace. Hope you're enjoying watching it. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe or something. I think that's something I'm supposed to tell you guys to do or something. I guess comment stuff on my videos. Sure. I don't know what you have to comment, but you comment something, I guess. All right. See you guys later. Bye.